Civil part of the revolution, change the devil. Since you just stand on a purpose, purpose, I got the nerve. Butterflies corner, butterflies lounge, butterflies corner. News gets around. Thank you, ButterCups. Head on the swivel, high like an eagle. Heart of a rebel, truth shakes the devil. Since you just stand on a purpose, purpose, I got the nerves. Butterflies corner, butterflies lounge, butterflies corner. News gets around. Butterflies don't around me, Lucy. Butterflies don't around me, Lucy. And where my ButterCups? Hey, where my ButterCups at, baby? Top of the morning, y'all come on in, come on in, come on in, hit that like button. Hey, sunshine. Fly, butterfly, spread your wings. Love in the sunshine. We are the sunshine. Hey. Salutations and welcome back to Butterfly's Corner. How are you guys doing out here on this YouTube universe? I hope all is well with everyone. Yes. Welcome to a special edition of Morning Table Talks. MsWandaJBlidge, the star, is back. ButterCups, I know, I apologize. I just got some horrible news yesterday and it just knocked my whole spirit out, okay? It just knocked my whole spirit out. You know, I've told y'all that I got some things that I'm dealing with myself personally. So, yeah, it's just, you know, a lot going on in my personal life. But we here this morning, ButterCups. We are here this morning, ButterCups. And baby, when I tell you the hate is real, okay? The hate is real, okay? Yeah, ButterCups. I peeped the overplay for the underplay. It's all good. Because had it been somebody else that announced that WandaJBlidge was coming back, everybody and their mama would have been talking about it. But because it's ButterFlii, nobody wants to talk about it. It's no problem, baby, because we're going to celebrate over here, okay? And y'all just going to wait and see. You know what I'm saying? Because y'all, I tell y'all shit all the time. Y'all don't listen. Y'all don't believe me. Oh, fuck her. She ain't nobody. She irrelevant. No problem, because when she hits your motherfucking screen next season, it's okay. Then you'll be like, okay, ButterFlii, all right. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, had it been somebody else that broke that news that WandaJBlidge is returning to the show, everybody named Mama would have been talking about it. But because it was ButterFlii, niggas trying to act like they didn't see that. They didn't see me announce that. It's all good. It's all gravy navy. They want to go. Let me tell you something, all right, ButterCups? Top of the morning. Get in here. Oh, I'm about to get started before we even did our roll call, anything. All right, top of the morning, ButterCups. Come on up in the room. What we looking like? What we looking like out here? Thank you guys so much for hitting the like button. I do apologize. Like I said yesterday, some news I got, I wasn't, it just kind of disturbed my spirit. And usually when my spirit's disturbed, I keep to myself so I can come way saw, okay? Come way saw. So y'all come on in the room. Top of the morning, ButterCups. Top of the morning, ButterCups, okay? Because obviously y'all are a trend too, baby. Y'all are a trend too. So when I tell you, slick bitches, don't fool me, I mean that shit. Because bitches think they slick and they cute and they don't fool me, never ever fool me, okay? And if y'all want to know what I'm talking about, peep the overplay for the underplay. ButterCups, y'all are famous. I put it to you like that, ButterCups. Y'all are famous. I ain't never heard so many raggedy ass content creators talk about, hey, ButterCups, yeah, while sitting over there in a little lane trying to act like they ain't paying attention. But bitch, like I said, I've been peeped you last year or whenever that is when we ran into each other over there on Twitter and you brought your raggedy ass back to your platform, making a whole fucking live about what the fuck I was saying over there on Twitter. Okay? But okay, boo, I sees you, I peeped you, and I seen it. And the overplay for the underplay, Buttercups. You know what? I have officially decided, bitch, we are trendsetters, okay? We got 5011 butterflies floating around now. Now everybody's a motherfucking buttercup. Buttercups, we are trendsetters, okay? Can we hashtag we claim it in the chat? Top of the morning, Buttercups. Y'all come on in the room. Come on in the room. Top of the morning, my beautiful Buttercups. Just know we trendsetters, okay? I like how bitches like play on my face and act like, you know what I'm saying? It ain't popping down here to the butterflies corner. Baby, you bitches won't be playing in my face 2025, and I'm going to be calling this shit out. Because y'all know butterflies messy. I already told y'all, I never told y'all that I was above being messy. Now, I'm a light messy, okay? I'm not going to go stalk you down. I'm not going to try to sabotage nothing you got going on. I'm just going to talk a little bit of shit. And I'm not from New York, bitch. So wrong fucking accent. Wrong accent. Bitch, I'm not from New York. But I got love for my New York people, but I'm not from New York, bitch. So that little cute little overplay for the underplay wasn't even cute, bitch. But that's why I've been called your raggedy ass out a long time ago, too, because you try to sit up over there and act like on your platform and act like you're above the mess. Girl, bye. Miss me with the bullshit. I keep telling y'all. Anywho, top of the morning, come on in the room. Hit that like button, Buttercups. Hit that like button. Top of the morning. And I'm just running my mouth, ain't I, this morning? Okay, Buttercups? I told y'all, okay? Come wait, son. We back to it, baby. We back to it, okay? Because we know ButterFlii is a trendsetter, and motherfuckers ain't talking about it now. But trust and believe. Don't forget where you heard it first. And of course, they don't want to give me my credit. Of course, they don't want to talk about it because it was me that dropped that tea. Because it was me that dropped that tea. It's okay. It's okay, Buttercups, because we glowing and growing up over here. All 2025, we are glowing and growing. You know what I'm saying? We in the live the other morning. I lose 5 more subscribers. Baby, who's meant to come with me will be coming with me, okay? Our tribe is doing just fine up over here because we are glowing and growing. Right, Buttercups? Hashtag we claim it in the chat. Top of the morning, my beautiful Jinju. If they're in blue, they for us. Top of the morning, my beautiful Ma Jinju, Lady Rowe, living for me, my drunk auntie, Miss Mildred's Conversations and Cocktails. Top of the morning, beautiful Eva Walker, my beautiful Gail Francis. You just DM me, girl. I'm here. I couldn't let y'all down a whole nother day. I wouldn't do that to y'all, Buttercups. Shout out to my Buttercups that reached out to me. I love y'all and I appreciate y'all. And it's good to know that it's reciprocated. Thank you guys so much. That meant a lot to me. For y'all checking on me. And just know it's greatly, greatly appreciated. All right, Buttercups. Speaking of reaching out, I haven't seen Dana in some days. I did reach out to her. I haven't heard back from her. So hopefully our beautiful Buttercup Dana Scott is all right. All right, Buttercups. So please keep Dana Scott in your prayers, Buttercups. I haven't seen her in a few days. I reached out to her. I haven't heard back from her. So I'm just praying everything is good with her. Okay, Buttercups, y'all know. Top of the morning, kids, big sis. Hello, beautiful people. Pretty special. Top of the morning, grand rising. Miss Amanda. Yes. Hi, Miss Rachel. My beautiful lady B. Top of the morning, Lucy. Yes. Come on in. Come on in. Good morning, Neek. My beautiful Alicia. Right. But she went viral anyway. But she went viral in big publications. Okay, living for me. But I peeped the overplay for the underplay. It's because it's ButterFlii that announced it. It's okay. WandaJBlidge is officially back, Buttercups. You don't have to believe me. You could just wait and see. And then when you know what I'm saying, you know I'm going to come out here and talk my shit. Told you so. When y'all see her on your motherfucking screens next season, okay? All right. Top of the morning, Drea. Good morning, beautiful. Yes, hashtag we claim it. Top of the morning, my beautiful lady Ro, Ariel, my beautiful Symmetry. Y'all come on in the room. Okay, yes. Okay. Top of the morning. Happy Founders Day. My beautiful AKA. Yes. Come on in the room, Miss Joanne. Number 1 Buttercup. Yes. Y'all come on up in the room. Thank you. Yes, I'm gonna pop my motherfucking collar. Top of the morning, Jay. That's Lorraine, my beautiful Keita. Yes, y'all come on up in the room, Buttercups. We got 50 in the building. Hit that like button, Buttercups. Hit that like button, okay? Because we know, we trendsetters out here, okay? We got 5011 Buttercups now. We got 5011 ButterFliis, ButterFlii this, ButterFlii that. But do know there's only one original ButterFlii. Okay, don't you ever motherfucking forget it. Let's go, Buttercups. Let's go. All right, Buttercups. So we're gonna be messy before we get to talking about WandaJBlidge returning to the show that nobody wants to talk about because it was me that announced it and not they raggedy asses. It's okay. It's okay. It's all good because yeah. It's okay. But we gonna get into these raggedy ass publications about the shit they do like to fucking write about, okay? First of all, you know I'm about to ragtag and drag Jasmine Brand. Look at this foolery, okay? Out of everything they could have fucking wrote about in that scene, they want to write about Martell calling Leticia slow. Bitch, first of all, she ain't that motherfucking slow. She got master's degrees out the yin yang. She own businesses. She own properties. At the end of the day, that shit is tied through and delayed. Don't nobody give a fuck about y'all feeling like Leticia's slow because she ain't trying to be the man in her fucking marriage. Because let's really get into why motherfuckers call Leticia slow. Okay? They call her slow because she ain't trying to run her man. She's actually in her lane as the wife. Motherfuckers are mad at Leticia because she ain't a motherfucking Melanie trying to run her fucking husband. Okay, this is why Leticia still has a husband and Melanie doesn't. Let's get into it, okay? Because Leticia fucking did what she was supposed to do as a wife, okay? And motherfuckers are so mad that a whole bunch of deranged ass, delusional ass fucking strangers are mad that they couldn't trick Leticia out her motherfucking spot. So she's slow because you raggedy bitches couldn't trick her out your spot like you did Melanie. Get the fuck up out of here. Ain't shit slow about Leticia. Don't nobody give a fuck about Martell calling her fucking slow. And then you have the nerve to want to trick her husband out his motherfucking spot and want him to get physical on some national TV to prove a point to who? To prove a point to who? Exactly. A bunch of deranged motherfuckers that claim that they don't like him any motherfucking way. Yeah. Y'all are really mad because y'all can't trick the Scots 1.0 out their motherfucking spots. Let's be clear on why y'all are really mad at Leticia. Okay? Because y'all want her to be a motherfucking alpha female. And that's just not who the fuck she is. She allows her husband to be the fucking man in her marriage. And y'all are really bothered and pissed about that. Make that shit make sense. Y'all ragtag and drag Leticia for all these fucking years because she is not trying to dominate her motherfucking husband. Make that shit make sense. Let's be clear, that's the only reason why y'all call her motherfucking slow. Is because she ain't trying to dominate her motherfucking husband. Nobody asked y'all what the fuck y'all would do if Marceau was yours. Because at the end of the day, Marceau isn't yours. That isn't your motherfucking marriage. And no, you bitches couldn't trick her out her motherfucking spot just to satisfy your motherfucking opinion. Let's be motherfucking clear about that, okay? These raggedy bitches went to call Leticia slow all these motherfucking years because she don't be trying to fucking buck up and act like she wear the balls in her marriage with her husband. This is why they call her slow, Buttercups. Let's just keep it a buck. And then Jasmine Brand, that's what the fuck you write about. You didn't write about how Marceau got Martell all the way to fuck together and Martell tucked his tail and motherfucking walked the fuck the other way. That's not what you wrote about. How Marceau politely let that nigga know I'm better than you in every fucking aspect. You want to write about some shit that motherfuckers been saying about Leticia for years and bitch, I don't call me so all the fuck you want to, bitch. Because I do know that I'm getting a mansion built that's going to have a 2-story motherfucking closet, bitch. I do know that I already own several properties. I do know that I got several fucking degrees and masters at that, not a fraudulent, non-accredited motherfucking honorary doctorate. I actually got masters, bitch, that I worked for to get. Not that I paid into So if motherfuckers can call me a false ass, fraudulent ass doctor when I ain't nowhere near that, and I got one motherfucking degree. Bitch, you could, bitch, bye. Miss me with the bullshit, okay? I'm so tired, okay? Look at this bullshit, okay? Jasmine Jen, but I already told y'all, a lot of y'all want to go back and forth with me. Oh, no. She's not biased. Buttercups, I love y'all, but some shit you know what I'm saying? We just not going to agree on, okay? I already know why Jasmine Brand does them hit pieces, because they connected to that raggedy bitch that's connected to fucking Basement Bully. Yeah, that y'all claim that, oh, she always says she ain't biased. No, she just goes in her memberships and plays that and does her bias motherfucking Captain Save a whole cheerleading that she do for Basement Bully, okay? Yeah. She just was wise enough not to make her whole platform surrounded with Basement Bully, because she does have bigger aspirations. But trust and believe, she is a Captain Saberhole for Basement Bully. And this is why Jasmine Brand does all these raggedy ass hit pieces with shit that they should. Why are you highlighting him calling her slow? The fuck? What you should have highlighted is how Marceau politely, calmly gathered that nigga. But y'all want to write about him calling her slow. Get the fuck up out of here. Y'all just so mad that she didn't listen to a bunch of strangers trying to trick her out her motherfucking spot. Girl, bye. Fuck up out of here. Go suck your motherfucking mother, Jasmine Brand. Y'all raggedy fucking bitch asses. Y'all obviously are biased, because I can tell just by the fucking articles y'all choose to fucking write about. Okay? And we already know why you team the bullshit, because you got somebody on your team that like to pay Captain Saberhole for that raggedy ass bitch Basement Bully, okay? I ain't even gonna talk about Urban Bell. We already know that they motherfuckers is I already dropped these receipts to show y'all how Urban Bell is connected to Basement Bully. But look at this bullshit that Jasmine Moran. This is what they want to fucking highlight. Now, mind you, oh damn, I can't even show y'all that because I need to clip it up. But fuck it, look at this bullshit. Look what the Jasmine Brand want to highlight. Don't nobody give a fuck about Martell insulting Tisha. Bitch, sticks and stones may break my bones, but names will never fucking hurt me. The fuck? What we talking about out here? But this is what they want to highlight out of that whole scene. And then want to turn around and accuse Marceau of not protecting his wife because he's not being tricked out of his motherfucking spot. That's why he's not protecting his wife. He's doing exactly what the fuck he's supposed to do. Stand in his motherfucking position and don't let a motherfucker trick them out they spot. Everybody know Martell ain't got nothing going on. If you let Arion tell it, if you let the Flying Monkeys tell it, he ain't got shit going on. So why the fuck would a motherfucker that got all the shit that Marcel got going on allow a nigga that ain't got shit going on to trick him out his motherfucking spot? Make that shit make sense, please. Y'all can't. I'll wait, which I won't be, because y'all will never make that shit make sense. Period. Okay? Well, I'm fucking mad at Marceau because he didn't get tricked out his spot by a nigga that ain't got shit going on. Fuck up out of here. You let Arion tell it, Martell ain't got shit going on. You let the Flying Monkeys, aka the Slow Meters, aka the Dark Side, tell it he ain't got shit going on. So why the fuck would Marceau allow him to cheat him out his motherfucking spot? Marceau just expanded his motherfucking construction business to a whole nother fucking state. They got black popping off. They got the charity work that they do for the community. They got a lot of shit going on. Why the fuck would Marceau be on a national show fucking up his brand and business because of Martell? It's miserable. Get the fuck up out of here. Y'all better go on somewhere with that bullshit. Please move around. Please move around. Okay? It's a new day. It's a new year. You're not going to be able to convince everybody that we need to be caring if Marceau cheated or not. Nobody gives a fuck anymore at this point. Okay? Y'all can swear up and down that that man cheated. Don't know from a hole in the wall. But y'all swear he cheated on his wife. And we have yet to get any proof. So when are we going to let that shit go? Never. Because misery loves company. Because Melanie and Martell are miserable. And they want everybody else's marriage to go down the drain because Melanie decided to sell out her family for money and fame. Y'all are mad at everybody else for not making the same fucking choice. Get the fuck up out of here. Go on somewhere with the bullshit. And like I said, I see the overplay for the underplay. Nobody want to talk about WandaJBlidge coming back to the show because it was ButterFlii that announced it. It's all good, baby. Because the record will reflect that ButterFlii announced it when y'all see her back on your motherfucking screens, okay? Because that's when y'all gonna run around and talk about it, okay? It's all good. It's all gravy navy, babies. Because my buttercups know where they heard it first. Okay, the overplay for the underplay. That part pretty special. The overplay for the underplay. Want to trick, right? Materialistic things. That part right there, Dr. Neff. Thank you. I'm not mad, sweetie. I'm just passionate. Is this your first time over here, Salutations? No, I think I seen you before. Edmana, didn't I see you before? Oh no, baby. I'm just passionate. I'm just passionate, baby. I ain't mad at I ain't mad at the goddamn thing, okay? There's no sound. Yeah, they mad about that cat. They mad that I got the exclusive on WandaJBlidge returning to the show. There's no sound. Can y'all hear me? Put a 1 in the chat if you can hear me. Here we go with this nonsense. Let me type. Can y'all hear me? Oh, okay. All right. All right. You can hear me now? I'm like, can y'all hear me? Put a 1 in the chat. Hey, Miss James. Hey, Miss James. Top of the morning, my buttercups coming in. One dark and lovely. Good morning, buttercups. Yeah, y'all come on up in the room, okay? Top of the morning, top of the morning. Baby, I'm not upset. One awesome grandma. Salutations, okay? Okay, the sound fine. All right, yeah. Hey, brown girls rock. Salutations, buttercup. Top of the morning, cats. Yes. Okay, you loud and clear. Thank you, cats. Okay, very loud and clear. Top of the morning to the Bush babies. Shout out to the 75 in the building. What I likes looking like, buttercup. I'm not angry about a motherfucking thing. I'm just passionate, okay? That's the overplay for the underplay for me. Motherfuckers want to try to trick Marsol out of his motherfucking spot. Girl, bye, okay? No, baby. We won't be doing none of that, okay? We won't be doing none of that. 2025, okay, we're not doing that. We got 73 in the building. Can I get, we got 77. Can we get the likes up and only 56 likes? Come on, buttercups, hit that like button. Hit that like button. Come on. Top of the morning, Tanya. Good morning, buttercup. Hit that like button, okay? Okay. Yes, okay. Nothing. Right. Nope. I told y'all what time it is. Like I said, y'all could believe it or not. Apparently, y'all don't want to believe it, or it's just because it was ButterFlii that broke that exclusive tea. I get it. Admona, however you say your name, baby. My blood pressure is just fine, sweetie. And you don't know who I know and don't know. Okay, sweetie. You don't know who I know and don't know, okay? Yeah. Just know that. Know that, boo-boo. All right, baby. And if it's too much for you, Edmona, if it's too much for you, Miss Williams, you know you can exit to the left, right? Because you got free will, baby. You was born with free will. If ButterFlii's loud, boisterous mouth is too much for you, you know you can exit left, right? Oh, okay. I'm just making sure y'all know. Y'all got free will out here, okay? Ain't nobody told you you had to tap on to my goddamn live, okay? Yeah, that part. My buttercups know I'm loud. Shout out to my number one hater, okay? You ain't had my number one hater tell you, girl, I yell into empty rooms at Mana. My number one hater didn't tell you, girl. A hell of a reach. Okay, pretty special. A hell of a reach. But Mana, you didn't hear my number one hater? She didn't tell you ButterFlii yells into empty rooms, girl. Go look for my number one hater, Amanda. She'll tell you. I yell into empty rooms. Oh, baby. My room's so empty. Everybody named mama now butterflies. My room's so empty. Everybody named mama now saying, hey, buttercups. Mm-hmm. Yeah, okay. Get them likes up, buttercups. Look at Monda. If they don't get them likes up, then you're going to really see me mad, okay? That's when you're going to see me mad, Miss Williams. If they don't get them goddamn likes up. We got 83 in the building, okay? What happened? What I miss? Living for me. Oh, well, thank you. I'm not mad. Why you keep saying that, lady? You just said you like my commentary. Then you go back to why am I mad? I am not mad, sweetie. And I would hate for you to see me when I am mad. Okay? Because the mouth don't run. The fingers and the hands and the feet starts to doing some things. Okay? I ain't mad, baby. Shoot, I ain't mad. Mad is for dogs. I'm a butterfly. Remember that. Mad is for dogs. I'm a butterfly, sweetie. I don't get mad. Mm-mm. Yeah, we like to have fun over here. We do not take ourselves too seriously, Miss Williams. We don't take ourselves too seriously, okay? I'm not mad. Please stop. Please stop with the mad, because I'm not a dog. I'm a butterfly. Top of the morning, my beautiful Tiadra. Top of the morning, my beautiful brownie buttercup. Come on in the room, buttercups. So yes, y'all, WandaJBlidge is officially back on Love and Marriage Huntsville. Okay, buttercups. So this new season should definitely be interesting. But yeah, I don't really care for the Jasmine brand and they little hit pieces. All these little hit pieces they want to write about the Scots now, okay? It's apparent and it's evident. Some people, basement bully, Martell, realize that they tricked their own selves out of their own position with their tired ass, dysfunctional, tied through and delayed ass dysfunctional marriage and the dissolution of that marriage. Yeah, they tricked their own self out their own spot. And now they eating that shit and that shit is pissing them off. Okay. Mm-hmm. Lady B said, I'm serious as fuck. I love you, buttercup. Yeah, okay. Right. You know, they just know this man. And I can't see Marceau being that so clever and you know, his shit's just that bomb that a bitch wouldn't want to come out here and expose him. You know, clout is the new drug. Clout is the new drug. You're not gonna convince me that whoever Marceau is cheating with don't want the clout. Oh, okay. Because we know, just like y'all ran up over there to Arion's platform when she went live with that nonsense, you know how y'all was hitting her off with super chats and all that good shit. Yeah. Don't try to act like whores ain't winning. Y'all love a bitch like Jocelyn Hernandez, okay? Don't try to act like side bitches ain't winning when y'all go up for side bitches, i.e. Gabrielle Union, i.e. Alicia Keys. Like, y'all go up for a lot of side bitches while y'all out here trying to ragtag and drag Arion, okay? And as if Melanie wasn't, as if Melanie wasn't a side bitch. Get the fuck up out of here, okay? That's that projection, okay? That's that narcissism, projection, slander campaign. Oh, look at over there. Don't look at me. Look over there. Allegedly, rumor has it, word on the curve is Melanie was a side piece. Somebody's side chick of the year. In fact, more recently, rumor has it, allegedly, word on the curve is, now we don't know how true this is, but the way the bitch was showboating that man down to her platform and try to do an aha moment to us, like, bitch, girl, what? Aha, what? Rumor has it, she's sleeping with a very married man. That is nowhere near another voice. In fact, him and his wife have a toddler. I think the baby might have just turned one. Yeah, so like the Scar said, producers, let's not be lazy and bring this up because and we're gonna continue to look for storylines off of social media. Are we gonna be addressing basement bully? Allegedly, rumor has it, word on the curve is sleeping with a very married man. Because we're talking about that on social media, producers. Are we gonna bring that to the show? I'm just curious. I'm just wondering. Hey, co-host, salutations, beautiful. Because I tell you this, Marceau. Okay, if one of your Mars soldiers is over here, y'all make sure y'all run this back to him, okay? So when they want to address the bullshit that Martell went out here and did on social media, let's address basement bully possibly allegedly sleeping with a very married man and have been for the last 2 years. Allegedly, rumor has it, word on the curve. That's what I'm talking about. Well, I don't know about that because let me tell you how these motherfucking flying monkeys go where the wind blows, okay? Because prior to Leticia doing Messy Mondays, they was on a 2-week stretch claiming that Martell is a dangerous individual. He needs to be under the jail. He needs to leave Melanie alone. He don't need custody of his kids. It was all this rhetoric. Leticia come out here and defends herself on Carlos King Monday Night Lives because it's no longer Messy Mondays. Baby, if y'all didn't see the way the slow meters went up for Martell, did y'all not witness how the slow meters was going up for Martell? See, I told y'all why I never took him seriously anyway. Because right after they got divorced and then they went on that little vacation as a family, as a divorced couple family, the slow meters thought she was getting back with Martell. You know how fast the rhetoric changed? Oh, we knew y'all could work it out. Oh, y'all look so good together. Blah, 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 blah. All that shit was coming out their motherfucking mouth to the point where Basement Bully had to come do a live letting them know that she's not getting back with Martell. See, y'all think everybody forget about the little sucker shit that been going on. No. This is why I don't take nobody on the dark side seriously. They flow wherever the wind blow. Let's be clear. Wherever they can make a coin at is what they're going to do, okay? Because all up until that Monday Night Live, they wanted Martell under the jail for filing a petition against Melanie. Mind you, Melanie filed one against him 3 months prior and made sure that she had it put in publications. Okay? She made sure that it was put in publications so it could go viral. Lying on Arion's daughter, dragging Arion's daughter into her motherfucking mess because the bitch want custody so she can make money off of her kids, okay? So she can exploit her own kids. Mind you, she been letting y'all exploit her kids. She know they ain't supposed to be on social media, but she passing y'all pictures to post on y'all platforms, exploiting her own fucking kids and allowing a bunch of deranged, unhinged bitches to exploit her kids right along with her. Yeah. Y'all don't like talking about stuff like that, though. Y'all don't want to talk about that, though, right? Jasmine Brain, you ain't going to write no article about that, are you? You're not going to write the article about the petition that Martell filed, talking about how them kids is missing doctor's appointments, not doing good in school, and she pulling them out of school for fucking just for the hell of it. But we're not going to talk about his petition. That's not going to go viral, right? Oh, he needs to leave her alone. But when she filed one 3 months earlier, oh, he needs to be in jail. Get the fuck up out of here. Don't come over here with the Martell bullshit, okay? Because, Thank you, Lady Ro. Thank you. You know what that calls for. Thank you so much. My first super chat for today. Thank you, Buttercup. Hold up. Let me hit that for you. Let me give you this. We're gonna come up with our own thank you, but for right now, I'm gonna use this. I still gotta do my new intro. I'm working on getting that together, Buttercups.
We got ButterFlii. Hi, boo.
Thank you.
ButterFlii. Hi, boo. We got ButterFlii. Hi, boo.
Okay. Yes. All right. I'm gonna come up with my own, but thank you, Lady Ro. Thank you so much. So, but we are here today because we're really talking about WandaJBlidge, but I had to get some shit off my chest real quick. Hey, friend! Nobody this morning. I'm just getting some shit off my chest. There's something else I want to play for y'all because, like I said, nobody wants to talk about the tea I dropped. Everybody want to ignore that, okay? And act like, because I guess it was me that dropped the exclusive that WandaJBlidge has officially returned to the show. Nobody wants to talk about it. But if it was Marcella or even you, friend, if you would have dropped that tea, friend, everybody would talk about it. But because it was ButterFlii that dropped that tea, they want to act like they don't want to talk about it. So it's okay. And I was cussing out Jasmine Brand for that hit piece. I'd be like, I already told my buttercups why I believe Jasmine Brand is team basement bully because of proximity to a bitch that is definitely team basement bully. That comes out here try to say she's non-biased, but then go behind the paywall and play Captain Saberhole for basement bully. Yeah. But I don't want to get in debate with my buttercups because they like that particular content creator. But yeah, I was cussing them out, friend, with their little hit piece. Like out of that whole scene, this is what you want to fucking talk about? Martell calling Leticia slow. Like, and it kills me how the only reason why she's labeled slow is because she's not an alpha female in her marriage and she ain't trying to wear the fucking balls and dick in her marriage. This is why she's getting called slow, because she ain't trying to run her fucking man. Get the fuck up out of here. That's what I'm cussing out, friend. The motherfucking dumb shit. Okay, the dumb shit. Like, why would the shit that took me for the scene was Marceau jumping up, politely letting that nigga know I'm better than you in every aspect, and Martell running away with his tail tucked between his legs. That is what should have been highlighted, in my opinion. Okay, but we know why they want to keep talking about Leticia slow, right? Because she's a submissive wife. She got to be slow. Because she ain't trying to be the alpha female. She ain't trying to buck up and play sword fight with her husband with a piece that she don't even have. Okay? Thank you, Lady B. Mwah. Thank you. Thank you, Buttercup. Now it's your time. We got to I know, Buttercup, we're going to work on my thank you for the super chats. I'm going to get something better. We're going to work it out. But I like this. Okay? I was like, not Carlos, not Carlos, not the Los talk about, hey, ButterFlii boo.
We got ButterFlii, hi boo.
Let me find out Carlos be watching me. Okay, y'all hear?
ButterFlii, hi boo.
So that's why I was like, ooh, I gotta save that part. Top of the morning. Oh, she's not? I don't know, friend, because I talked about that earlier this week too. But whenever I talk about it, they try to act. They wait a day or two so they can act like they're the first ones to talk about it. Because I know buttercups, y'all know they be down here for morning table talks, and a lot of the shit they go back and report on their platform they get from morning table talks. But because it's me, they don't want it. They don't want it to go viral. They don't want to attach my name to it. So they wait a couple of days and then they come and fucking talk about it. Ooh, oh, okay, because it was Queen Desperate. Now we know, okay, she's very attached. So Queen Desperate says she's not coming back. Okay, by choice now. That's by her choice. So y'all definitely know WandaJBlidge is back on the scene then, right? Y'all know that, right? Y'all know WandaJBlidge is back on the scene, right? Okay. Thank you, friend. Thank you for dropping that tea, friend. Thank you. Mwah. Thank you, Buttercup. Hold up now. I gotta give you your ButterFlii. Thank you. Yes. Thank you, Buttercup. Hold on. Let me get you your thank you. I gotta empty some of these things out.
We got ButterFlii. Hi, boo. We got ButterFlii. Hi, boo.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. What happened? Your comment's not approved. What happened, April? I'm telling you, okay? Officially, WandaJBlidge is back. All right, Buttercups. Like I said, now y'all can wait till y'all see her on the screen. No problem. Because who am I? I know who am I. I don't think she's leaving the show neither. And I know one goddamn thing they better not try to bring up is WandaJBlidge talk about no goddamn children when Basement Bully, aka Melanie Ho, sat down in her dusty ass basement down on TikTok wishing harm on Destiny's son. Okay, the overplay for the underplay, bitch. You can't use the excuse that WandaJBlidge talked about your children when you're on your motherfucking platform wishing harm on Destiny's son. Yeah. So that's not going to work to keep WandaJBlidge off the motherfucking show anymore. I don't think she leaving either. Yeah, friend, I don't think she leaving. That bitch ain't leaving. Yes, we are happy. WandaJBlidge is back. Thank you, Buttercup. Oh, thank you. Hold up. Y'all showing out this morning, Buttercups. Thank you. I love you guys. Yes. Hold on.
We got ButterFlii. Hi, boo. We got ButterFlii. Hi, boo.
Thank you, Buttercup. Y'all are showing out this morning. Top of the morning, my beautiful bad girl, Riri. And Logical Speaks. Good morning, Buttercup. Y'all come on up in the room. Dr. Melissa. That part, Dr. Melissa. We already know, okay? She been using them flying monkeys to control the narrative of everybody on that show. It wasn't good enough for her that she made her own choice to sell out her own family for money and fame. But she wanted everybody else to take her lead. Like, she likes motherfuckers that follow up under her. She like yes men. Okay? Let's be clear. If Basement Bully can't control you and you ain't an ass kisser and you ain't a yes man, then she has no use for you. And she's been proving that, okay? Season after season with the way she go through friendships. Yep. Yep. WandaJBlidge, where was she? Oh, yeah. Well, y'all, I told y'all I wasn't tapped in last night, so I missed my co-host's live. WandaJBlidge was over there. When who talk about Melanie is always negative. Right. Nobody wants Melanie's life. That's just a Miss Williams. When who talks about Melanie is always negative. Who you talking about? WandaJBlidge? I don't be getting how people want all this roses and flowers. No, but let's see who she's talking about first. Hold up, Mars. Let's see who she's talking about first. She talk who is she claiming she only talks negative about Melanie? Okay, because I don't know how y'all want this woman to say people to say all these nice things about Melanie, but ignore all the underhanded bullshit that she does. See, the flying monkey, me. All I do is talk negative about Melanie because I don't like her. But don't get it wrong, Miss Williams. I give credit where credit's due. I've gave Melanie her credit for being able to cultivate a whole cult, deranged, unhinged cult that's up under her ass. I give Melanie credit where credit's due. What do you want me to find positive to say about her? Let me see, Buttercups. Let me try something new. Okay, Miss Williams, you challenging me to say something positive about Basement Bully? It takes a special kind of person that can cultivate a whole bunch of strangers to do her bidding and risk their life for penitentiary time. Is that good? Is that good, Miss Williams? Now, wasn't that nice? Shout out to our beautiful Scotty by Nature. Congratulations, Scotty. Scotty got nominated for Boss Babe, down to the Boss Babe Awards. Shout out to Scotty by Nature. Morning, my love. Top of the morning. That's how I feel. Like this girl. Shoot, I'm only a year into my channel, baby. They've been out here for like 3, 4, 5 years. Okay, all up Melanie's ass. The minute y'all get somebody that's not, y'all want to focus on what that content creator does. Now, I wonder, Miss Williams, was you over there to the dark side when they was only talking negative about the rest of the cast? Is that why you think Carlos mentioned me? Now, Miss Williams, let me add context, right? That was him doing roll call, Miss Williams. He didn't just randomly shut me out. I was over on his live, down to one of his Monday lives, and he does roll call. You know how I do roll call, Miss Williams? He does roll call. So I don't know about that, Miss Williams. I don't think that's what that was about. He was doing roll call. But yes, there you go, Logical. We found. Look, Miss Williams, our beautiful Logical Speaks found something positive to say. She has beautiful, intelligent children. There you go. I hope that satisfies. I hope that quenches your thirst for me to say something nice about Melanie, Miss Williams. Yep. That part, Tanya. Melanie appreciate your support. Look, Miss Williams, we're finding all type of things to say positive about Basement Bully this morning. I hope you feel better now. I hope we helped you feel better about that, okay? Good morning, Miss Deborah. Top of the morning, beautiful. That part. It was all good when Carlos was allowing her to create the narratives and control the narratives. God, there you go. There you go. God loves her, okay? Miss Williams, God loves her, okay? This is what I'm talking about, Buttercups. This is what I'm talking about. Miss Williams, be careful what you ask for, girl. But we find all type of nice things to say about that lady. Right. That part. Bitches is bad. Bitches is bad. Yup, it's over now for the lazy producers, okay? And y'all know if Sunny is any representation with how they be producing down there, then we know why the storylines ain't been fucking hitting. Okay? if they anything like Sunburn, then we know why the storylines ain't been hitting, okay? That part, BK Lakeisha, my bougie buttercup. She is definitely a hustler, okay? She done hustled you bitches out of all y'all goddamn money that y'all make off of her in the first place. But hey, it's the overplay for the underplay. Y'all love it. Y'all like it. We love it. Y'all like it. We love it. Shout out to the 93 in the building. Hit that like button. Let me drop the link. We're an hour in, buttercups. Y'all know I let y'all come up and kick it with your girl on the panel. Anybody is feel free to come up here. And if you are from the dark side, you know you can hit the panel too and tell me about myself. Y'all know we like to have great dialogue over here. Okay, so even if the dark side, shout out to the dark side, because I know you're in my bushes. You can hit the panel too, and you want to come up here and tell me about myself. Just do it in a nice, real cute, polite way, and we won't have no issues. Okay. Top of the morning, Sydney. Good morning. Two-bit hustler. Okay. Okay, number one buttercup. Yeah, that was smart because Martell definitely supported her in all her endeavors. In fact, we know that she would have never got connected with Carlos King if it wasn't for Martell, her crazy ass ex-husband. Thank you, Zebra. Top of the morning, my beautiful Zebra. Uh-oh. My baby coming up here to get you right, Miss Williams. Top of the morning, beautiful. I'm going to go ahead and let you cook because I know you came up here to get Miss Williams together.
Hi, Miss Williams. God bless you. Sometimes we drag everyone, but what is something you're unaware of, we drag people because that's like benign. It's not a harmful thing to sometimes bring people's misdeeds into account. What we're saying to you is you may come in on the chat while we're being... is everything here? You can hear me, guys?
Yep. I just telling my calls to go on mute real quick.
Okay.
She sound like she's driving. Yep. All right. Go ahead, baby. Yep. You good. Go ahead.
What you may walk in on us doing is dragging people, but that's as far as we go with it. We don't stalk people. We don't show up in Huntsville. We don't call up magistrates on people's businesses. We don't boycott people. We do none of that. We don't talk about people's children. That is forbidden on this chat. What we brought out about Melody is not that we dislike her. We are of the belief that we love the person and hate the sin. We know that she's a phenomenal Black woman, but she's unhealed. And she thinks she's healed, but she is refusing to get healed. She still brings Kiki on the show. She still brings Sunny on the show. And she uses other people to hurt people for a slight that she feels was caused to her by these people. But the real slight was from her husband, her ex-husband. And the real thing is they weren't even together when the show started. So
Right.
we're not trying to come at her from a point of view that we hate her. She hates on the show. After she told Kiki this is how she makes her money and feeds her kids and said, I no longer want to be friends with you. This is she goes to bloggers, she goes to YouTubers and does the exact same thing. What we're calling out is the fact that she is heating. She is hating on herself. She is hating on the show. She is not being healed. She is not facing the fact that she put this on herself. She's bringing everyone else into it. But you decided to go on a show with your husband who you were not with. And then instead of you asking everyone to keep the secret that you and your husband are going through it, then you out him on the show, which he wasn't expecting. And then for the next 9 years, you start dragging everybody. You chose this man. You stayed with him for 14 years. How is staying with the guy for 14 years equal to you punishing every last person on the cast? You had people on, you call your mellometers, dox people, put out this man's phone number on YouTube or Instagram. You had people stalked. You had what's that girl named Stormy, so badly attacked. And Stormy came on to protect you. Everyone came on to protect Mel after she put out her own tea. Everyone talked kindly about this woman. Everyone understood her pain. But then she went on to say, oh, well, everyone's cheating. Everything she has done since she put out her own tea on her husband has been to hurt other people. And that is the sign of a person not being healed. Not only that, her husband is even worse. So both of them together do stuff to the cast. They take out all of their frustration on people who had nothing to do with their marriage. You cannot blame people for your marriage falling apart, ma'am, when you put yourself in it for 14 years and have 4 different children. The only thing that we do is we drag her. We don't try to boycott her business. Some of us on this chat right now, Miss Williams, we have bought stuff from this lady. We have tried. We have talked about her being industrious, a great entrepreneur, everything. We have given her her praise and her accolades and given her her flowers, but she turns around and does some real despicable crap to people. I have bought stuff from 7th Avenue and turned around and heard her talk about the paternity of Destiny's son. That's an innocent child, man. If you don't like an adult, have at it. Y'all could go at each other because you're adults, but don't bring children into it. The Mellometers have brought children into it, have been mean about it, have called Destiny a motherless, injured woman with anger issues, and Destiny's trying to heal. They brought Moses on the show. What was that all about? Sonny was the girl's producer and left the show. And producers make more money than the cast. I asked Winter Wonderland explicitly. I have nothing bad to say about Winter Wonderland. She has her own proclivities. She has her own reasons for not wanting to deal with Carlos King. That's fine. But I asked her a pointed question. I wanted to know, do producers make more money than the cast? She said, yes, a lot more. This woman chased behind Destiny, left her producer job to manage Destiny and manage Destiny out of her own relationship of 15 years. And y'all try and say, oh, well, they weren't together. They was off and on for 15 years. That's not cool, man. We're just saying, Melody, go heal. Do the work. Everyone else has to do the work after dealing with your millimeters. Stormy asked her pointedly, we're not asking you to give up your fan base. We're asking you to ask them to stop being so nasty and evil. So, you know, her, Melody, and Leticia the same. They do the same stuff. Oh, we're not going to tell our fan base to stop. Why not? So you think doxing people, stalking people, filing frivolous lawsuits, talking about people's children is okay? Ma'am, if you really care about Melody, you would ask her to go get some therapy and some healing and stop coming on our chat, interrupting our mess. Okay, because we don't do nothing but talk crap about people, and then we turn around, and then we turn around and say, let's support our Black-owned businesses, like I'm doing right now. Waist Beads by Bree, you do lovely work. Everyone doesn't know she does shirts and sweatshirts. She does tumblers. Her tumblers come with their own cleaning brush and the straw that's reusable. She does not pollute the environment. She's trying to do things on her own to help her family in this 2025. Let us support and love our Black-owned businesses. We're not calling magistrates. We're not stalking people. We're not trying to get people's licenses revoked. Look what they did to Elaine Heavenly. We don't have enough Black doctors and nurses, Miss Williams. Miss Edmonia Williams, I am speaking to you because, quite frankly, Miss Edmonia, your name sounds familiar. Have you been in the acting field lately? Are you known in social media? Are you a public figure? Miss Edmonia Williams, we drag people, but we do it in the sake of love. Just like the Bible says, love the person, hate the sin. We are asking Melody to heal, and we're asking Melody to ask her fan base to not be so damn negative against children and stalking people and trying to hurt people's businesses. And we're being very nice about it. I'm sorry to take up so much of your time, chat. Beautiful queens out there, ButterCups, we love you. And we are going to continue to support Black businesses like Waist Beads by Bree, Making Your Headache, Miss Scott, Dana Scott. We're going to support Wanda. We're going to support Symmetry. We're going to support ButterFlii. We're going to support our people because we love all of you. We're all Black people.
Mila. Madani,
yes,
you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Black in the Bottle. I even had them drop freaking Martell's link to his goddamn Inez wine. I even had them drop Arion's boutique link. Like, one thing my Buttercup's gonna know about me is I try to uplift everybody. Now, I don't drop Basement Bullies link, but she got enough people promoting her. She don't need me. But like my Boosie
and here's the thing, even after she had two well-known stars come on her live on TikTok and her business is suffering, you don't use your business to crash out on people. You don't put your business that you put blood, sweat, and tears, and then you turn around and mention other people and try and start a controversy on TikTok offering $2,000 to strangers to out people. That's not what we do. Y'all need to, Miss Edmonia Williams, tell the truth and shame the devil, clean it up. And ask your girl and your constituency and your colleagues on YouTube to stop this nonsense and start trying to promote each other and in love, please. Thank you.
Thank you, Zebra. Okay, Miss Edmund, I guess the mod said you was getting a little out of hand, so they put you in timeout, but they didn't block you. So I don't know how long they put you in timeout for, because now YouTube, you can calculate how long you want people in timeout. But thank you, Marge. Yes, y'all see the links in the chat. That's what we do up over here. And Miss shout out to MsWandaJBlidge. She told y'all her sales went up because we was promoting her business over here. I'm gonna assume the same thing happened for our beautiful Macy and Mila and Madani. Like, we promote over here. Like I said, I don't drop Basement Bullies link, but I'm not calling down to the city to get her kicked out of her basement, okay, in her garage. All right. So, like Sebra said, we operate a little different over here. You know, we're gonna rag, drag, and tag, but it's not malicious and it's not done, and we're not calling CPS because you know, there's a lot of shit that been done in the background because of Melanie. Okay, people calling CPS, people calling the police on Leticia's kids, people showing up at Leticia's house. Like, it's been all type of crazy shit. So we just know we're just not here for it no more. And the fact of the matter is, y'all swear the Scots ain't the stars, they can't carry the show. But truth be told, what storyline would Melanie had if it wasn't for the Scots? Who the fuck would she would be able to blame for her marriage falling apart outside of Martell? Because let's be clear, her and Martell bled their issues onto the rest of the cast, and the rest of the cast have not been able to flourish on the show. Let's be clear, because they flourishing in real life, but they haven't been able to flourish on the show because motherfuckers don't want to get away from that tied through, delayed, dysfunctional, ran through marriage that been over. We want to move on from that. And the Scots can help us move on from that. So people can be mad all they want. Like I said, I know it's because it was me that dropped the tea about MsWandaJBlidge returning. Nobody wants to talk about it. It's all gravy, Navy. Good morning, co-host. Top of the morning, beautiful.
Hey, good morning. How's my sound? Is this okay?
Yep, you're good, babes.
Okay. Good morning, ButterCups. Good morning, ButterFlii. Yes. People in the chat were asking if you watched Destiny's Live. I text you about it. Did you have a chance to look at it?
Yes, I caught the replay.
What'd you think?
I think well, what I did appreciate is Coach Dion. Actually, I think Coach Dion framed it perfectly. Martell is putting Destiny in messed up situations, and Destiny does have to be mindful of the brand, her brand, and what she's representing. And she has to get away from. We're not telling her to stop supporting Martell because everybody needs support. Now, y'all remember not too long ago, they said that man was in a mental institution. And I took that personal because y'all know I lost, a matter of fact, his birthday just passed the other day, my little brother to unaliving himself. I don't like, you know what I'm saying? Like this, and I don't think that Destiny should stop being his friend, but there is a line in his boundaries that she does need to set. So I think that, and I can get Martell's frustration, but it's still misplaced anger. You need to be angry at your ex-wife who decided to sell y'all out for money and fame. And you have yet to pivot from there because at the end of the day, these are choices that you and your ex-wife made within y'all marriage, outside of y'all marriage, but y'all want to blame everybody else for it. See, the thing with Melanie is she's mad at everybody else. You even sitting down with last Saturday's episode. Oh, well, his mentor was a cheater. That has nothing to do with the choices that your husband made in your relationship. That's the problem that I've always had with Melanie. Her and Martell wants everybody else responsible because they wasn't able to fight for their marriage. That's not everybody else's fault. What Chris do with his D-Wee is his business, and that is his wife's problem.
And let me ask
We
you a
about to
question.
see them renew their vows, right? Everybody else fought for their family and chose their family, and Melanie and Martell could not do that. And they're mad at everybody else because they couldn't do it. Now it's everybody else's fault. And no. Go ahead, babe.
I got two other questions for you too. Like the first one is like what I don't know which one I should ask first. I'm gonna ask this one first. Why? No, okay, change my mind. What is it that you think that Marceau did to Martell? Like I hear a lot of this is almost like the cast bullied Melody, right? So now there's this thing of like, oh, Marceau, he always talking about Martell and what is he supposed to do? He needs to defend himself. What is it that you think that Martell thinks that Marceau did to him? Because he doesn't have, everybody on the cast talked about it. And I can think of one particular scene when it was the Holt's 10-year anniversary and they were in the limo.
Mm-hmm.
And Marcel made some kind of a joke that he then apologized for at that reunion. That's the only time that I've seen where Marcel may have in jest made a joke about the situation they was going through. What is it that Martell's still mad about from season 1? What do you think Martell thinks Marcel did to him to where he's targeting or singling Marcel out for all of this vengeful stuff?
Jealousy and envy. I told y'all from the day that explosion happened down to the field day, if you pay attention to the stuff and where he landed his target at, he is mad and he feels like that Marcel has done just as much dirt as he did, but he was able to maintain his family. Martel is very upset because he feels like Marceau is worse than him. Martel has it in his head that Marceau is worse than him. So why is his wife deciding to stay with him and my wife didn't stay with me? So now, because he's unable to penetrate Marceau and get under Marceau's skin, the only way he know he can penetrate Marceau and get under his skin is going after Leticia. And that's, like I said, the whole thing with him and Melanie has been trying to trick Leticia out of her spot. There's jealousy and envy there with Martel because he feels like the shit that he feels that Marceau has done, he should lose his family too. It's all about you
Right.
need to be on the same boat with me too.
And I agree with you, and I'm just trying to like pull this out to get your thoughts on that, because
Mm-hmm.
my thing is, okay, so his problem with Marceau is that he feels like, of everybody who's saying something, you worse than me. So that's why he targets Marceau more. So it's not that Marceau did anything to him that
Mm-mm.
that was so just disrespectful, just so whatever. Is that he feels like Marceau should never comment on him. So therefore he's ignored their other little friend, Lazaric or Bazaric, whatever his Cedric,
Oh yeah,
because
it's a Derek.
Cedric
Mm-hmm.
was trying to help him. Maurice has tried to help him. Lou has tried to help him. Every man on that show has had comments about the Holtz marriage because that's all they have forced us all to talk about for the last 8 or 9 years.
Right.
But for some reason, he gets so upset with Marcel. And so what I'm also trying to understand is the people who think that he's warranted. So the baseline of that is, so do y'all think that, I'm sorry, the baseline of that, if you warranted, then you then approve of his jealousy, and it, so it's basically just coming from a place of, it's not coming from a good place at all. It's coming from,
No.
I despise you, so you of all people, so now it's my mission to tear you down. And I just want to also note too that
Mm-hmm.
Marceau never tore him down. He never went and
No.
told none of his tea. He didn't go into no closets, bring nobody else out and say he also did
Mm-mm.
this lady and that lady. He hasn't revealed nothing about his life. He hasn't done any of that. So I'm still trying to understand, from Martel's perspective, of what all Marceau did to you that justifies how hard you've been going for the past several years.
Melanie and Martel been tricking each other out their spots, okay? Melanie been tricked Martel out of his spot. And she continues to trick him out of his spot because she does things to provoke him to get the reactions that she needs so she can get what she wants. See, Martel has still yet to figure out that bitch don't give a fuck about him. He keeps looking at her, oh, well, that's still the mother of my child. She doesn't look at you as, well, that's still the father of my children. She sold you up the river. She doesn't give a fuck how nobody views you because that's how deep in her hurt she is. Right? Once again,
Yeah.
they both have had misplaced anger, period. They want everybody else responsible for the dysfunction in their marriage. That's not how that works. They didn't take the vows. They didn't sign no marriage certificate. That's just not how that works. Martel has allowed Melanie to continue to trick him out of his spot. Okay, the first go around, you deserved it. You cheated. You had another baby with another woman. Okay, cool. Martel did not take heed and pivot from that. Martel should have been in
Agreed.
therapy. And he needs
Agreed.
to find a therapist that holds him accountable. See, Dr. Francis was good for Martel. But see, Dr. Francis is also you're not going to waste my time. I don't care if you are paying me to help you, but you're still not going to waste my time. And Martel is hard-headed. He's a Capricorn, hard-headed and stubborn. He has to hit rock bottom for it to sink in. He just doesn't know how to pivot and pick himself back up. Martel could have been pivot from the bullshit that Melanie has did to him by
I do have another
collecting his
question.
evidence. Listen to the people that have been trying to help him and maneuver the shit how he needed to maneuver. See, Martel was winning when his mouth was quiet and he was not on social media feeding into the bullshit. That was the time to be behind the scenes getting shit together. That was the time to be collecting evidence to help you with your case in court. Instead, just like your ex-wife, misplaced anger. It is not Marcel's fault that you decided to cheat on Melanie. It is not Marcel's fault that Melanie decided to divorce you. That's
It's
just
not
it.
Marcel's fault that Melly decided to bring all this to the show. Because again,
That
I
part.
just want to point out again that Marcel was trying to help him. So if you saying that he did worse than you and his marriage still intact, well, nigga, why you wasn't sitting at his feet trying to get some advice or take the advice he was giving you? So you have that. The other question that I got for you too, ButterFlii, why do you think, and I said this in Martel's character analysis, why do you think people like to infantilize Martel? And that means like treat him like a baby, like he's not ever responsible for anything that he does. Right. So like when he was cheating, it was because he was hanging around with Maurice and Marceau and everyone else, and he wasn't cheating ever until he started hanging with them. Now it's well, he only started messing around with Trish because Chris Fletcher hooked them up.
Right.
Or I only did this because of this. Or even with the show the other night saying that, oh well, he ain't able to show his real life, so what else can he do? You know, like what do you think about why folks feel like they have to make so many excuses for him? And in my character analysis, I said I think that that's probably what happened in his childhood, of how he was raised, that and I think that we got this bad a lot with our sons. That's what that movie Baby Boy was about. One of my favorite movies of all time with Tyrese. Baby Boy
Yeah.
was literally about like that Oedipus complex, right? Like of never ever really actually growing up. And I think that from his mannerisms to the temper tantrums to the blaming to pointing the fingers, and then at some point, even Melody, she went and blamed Chris Fletcher again. Oh, so you were the reason why he hooked up with Trish? No, he is
No.
a grown man with agency. He's doing what he wants to do. And that's another reason why I feel like he can't grow, because folks give him excuses that he's not even asking for. He ain't asking for none of these excuses, but folks give him excuse after excuse to make him think that he ain't as bad as he really is, or he don't really have to do the work that he got to do. Why do you think that folks like to infantilize Martell specifically? Because they don't do that for any of those other men on that show. Which is crazy because he's
if
also
he's
the
in,
one that has
right.
shown the most disrespect to his own spouse. But somehow Marceau is the villain. It's just very odd. I don't understand it.
It's the same. It's the same playbook with Melanie. The sympathy. It's the sympathy because once again, Leticia is not where they're at. It's all geared around the misplaced anger. Once again, Martel, I don't know why they make excuses for Martel, like you said, in a way that they don't make excuses for nobody else on that platform. No other
None of the
male
other
on that
men get an
platform.
excuse.
Because he was attached to Basement Bully. And when it comes to Basement
Martell's supposed
Bully,
to get. Yeah, like
it's all about the sympathy and, the payola, the sympathy and payola. But,
when it
the
comes to
thing.
Marceau, he should have done this, he should have done that, he should have done this. But
Mhm.
then Martell is like, well, if it wasn't for, well, he's just trying to, and I just wonder, because again, I put this in his character analysis months ago, because I think that that's part of what keeps him from actually change, like going through his process, is the fact that he doesn't truly believe that he's at fault for anything, and
Well,
that's the only way that you're
okay.
going to
Well,
be
here
able to
where I
heal.
think the issue comes in with him too is that Martel done went on plenty apology campaigns. He has attempted to take
Apology and
accountability.
accountability, but yeah, I hear you.
Right, right. I get what you're saying. But I feel like that him apologizing is him trying to take accountability, but it's the fact that when he does it, it's not recognized. So it puts him back in a space where he feels like nobody does recognize the attempts that he made because they keep wanting to rag on the mistake that he made.
But
Now,
it's
I
like the
will
best
say,
apology is change behavior. Like in
right,
this last
yes,
episode, he sat there and said, "Oh, you still mad about the 20 women thing that I apologized for?" It's like, yes, fool, you apologize for it, but you also never stopped saying it. You
right,
never stopped. In this moment, you still doing it. What you saying you apologize for, but in this moment, you still on that. So that's the reason why they know him for his works. So you can't get
right,
mad because people not believing your words. They waiting to see when your behavior gonna change consistently for a period of time.
right.
And I think
Well,
they've
see,
given
that's
him a
where I
whole lot
said
of grace. They've given Martell a whole lot of grace, more than they've given Mel. And that's neither here nor there. I ain't saying it's right nor wrong. But that cast has tried real hard to rock with Martell. We cannot act like they have not.
they have, and I will agree with you on that. They have definitely tried to rock with him. But you said we're not going. We ain't gonna go into why they gave him more grace than Mel and all that. Um, Hence probably why I came out here trying to give him grace because I felt like he needed grace. I could see him being provoked. I felt like he was trying to make a change because I feel like, you know what, if you apologize, like you said, let me see your works. So there, here where I get egg on my face because it's like you said, it's the change behavior that gotta follow, and he keep letting Melanie trick him out his spark, and he keep misplacing the anger. He definitely needs to go to therapy because I think he also does feel like a failure. He lost his family.
Right.
Martell's whole thing is he wanted to be the father and the man that
Right.
he didn't have when he was coming up. I believe Martell on that.
Yeah,
The
that's what the
evidence
root
is
of all
there.
this is. And it ain't nobody
Right.
else's fault. And that's what he got to understand. And people who really support him got to understand that too. Giving him excuses and pointing the fingers at other people for a grown man who's 45 years old? Like, he
Mhm.
almost 50.
I mean, if he would have did the work, he would have figured out that Melanie just wasn't his forever person. And the red flags was there. You could love somebody
Right.
all you want.
But it's that
Love don't
appearances
love
thing that
nobody.
they
Right.
both
Love
like
don't
the
love nobody.
appearance of it. That it
Right.
was the appearance.
That's it. They don't want to accept the fact that they was not compatible. Like I said, Martell does want a Leticia. That is fact. And not he want to be able to walk over his wife, but there was things that Melanie lacked in being his wife that he needs to address. See, they both chose the wrong person. They wrong persons. And they having a hard time dealing with that. And like I said, they want to blame everybody else. It's whack.
And then they bring
And
everybody else on the internet and every place else to fight
yeah,
this War of the Roses thing out on their
right,
behalf.
right. But then if you notice, when it comes to the Scots, we're back Team Martell. If we could tear down the Scots and ruin what they got going on, then Martell, we back on your team. But the minute we feel like we tore them down, then you're back over there with them. Because you know what I read a lot of comments now. Here we go again, thinking Melanie's vindicated for some reason. Oh, see, he should have listened to Melanie when she told him they wasn't his friends. Shit, Melanie ain't
No.
nobody's motherfucking friend. What
Yeah,
are
Melody
y'all
ain't nobody
talking
to
about?
listen to. I heard that too.
Right,
Of like, oh, not Melody been said this about him. That was her man. No, she can't tell that. Whatever. I can't with these folks. Like, because when he was doing it to Melody, they didn't care. Right? Why would they care? That was between him and his ex-wife. Why would I
right.
care? Now, yeah, I'm gonna care when he do it to me, of course. That don't even make any sense.
Girl, they think everybody's slow and ass backwards and narrow-minded like them. Let's just be very clear on that. Like I said, even with the Amanda girl, well, you never have anything positive to say about Melanie. I said plenty of positive things about Basement Bully. Plenty of. But I'm not going to ignore the for me, the negative outweighs the positive. And I think that's why the cast chose Martell in the beginning, because his positive outweighed his negative. But now that he's hit rock bottom, and the person that he's really angry at, really technically, is himself and Melanie, because he's unable to pivot from that divorce. People will not allow that process to continue to process, so they both can really heal and move on and be great.
Okay.
We all know that Martell looks great in suits, whether they tight or not, whatever. He looks great
Right.
in suits. He does
Right.
look great in suits.
But
He
he's
could go somewhere with that. Prime example of why it's his ex-wife that's continuing to try to trick him out his spot. Hold on, Buttercup. It's Melanie that continuously tried to trick him out his spot, but he's taking it on everybody else.
And one more thing, because I'm about to hit the parking garage and I'm gonna go, my
Okay.
sound and stuff is gonna go out. Is yes,
All right.
I wanted you to talk that through so I can see like what your thought process was on that, because that's a theme that I've just been picking up so much with everything that is going on. It's like, why does he get so, and everybody talking about him and Trish, right? He brought the innuendo up about Trish. If he had never implied that something happened between them, nobody would be talking about it. But then the moment Marceau says something, then he gets so angry and it turns into all of this, because that's what this is about. He got so angry. That's what a field day thing came from, because he got so angry with Marceau specifically saying, and so Marceau can't say shit. Marceau got to put a muzzle on anytime
Right.
Martell come around and it's a topic that everybody talking about. He can't say nothing. And I just think
Well,
it's unreasonable
basically,
for
that's
a
what it
show.
is. And
But
Martell
then,
admitted to it down to this weekend's episode. You heard what he said. Well, I kept giving you warnings to chill and slow down. So yeah, he really in his heart to heart believed that
the
Martell
bottom
needs
line
to
of it,
set the
it is a
Martell.
jealousy.
Yeah,
It's a jealousy thing for sure, because that's the
it
only
is.
motivation that it could be, is that he feels a way that he is the type of man that he wanted to be, that he envisioned himself being. Even if Marceau is cheating, he is a better cheater than me. So it's definitely a jealousy thing. It's a demeasuring situation that he got with Marceau. Let's just call a thing a thing. It don't have nothing to do with nothing Marceau has done to him, that has said to him. Marceau ain't done nothing to Martell. And so that just makes me then think of like folks that say that he don't have no choice, and what else is he supposed to talk about? Like, well, what other storylines? Like, what? It's so many things that Martell could be talking about. So yeah, thanks, ButterFlii.
No problem. Thank you. And Queen Script, top of the morning, Buttercup. I'm gonna let you take over. I'm here, but I gotta go to the restroom. But take over
oh
real quick. Thank you, co-host.
hey hey Opinionation. See you later. No, what I was gonna say is that Martell is stuck. Like he's really stuck from when I guess they met 10 years ago, from what Marceau was saying and where they were and where the Scots were. He is stuck in that phase, and he cannot believe that he winded up in this place right now. He's not looking at all the opportunities he had. He's not looking at the people who were cheering him on. We were hoping that he would pivot, at least one of them. Mel took the destruction of their marriage and monetized it and made money. Martell was demonized. He's blaming Marceau for what Mel created. She created the hate Martell group. She did, and he keeps blaming Marceau because he was
Right.
who created whole this whole thing that drove him. If he did go into the hospital, I feel so bad for him on that, because I'm human and he's human. I feel bad for him. But who did that? Marceau didn't do that. The way they were harassing him and Ariane, it would have driven most people crazy. I'm not going to lie, the way they harassed that man. We're not going to say that that did not happen. And that's why people was cheering for him. I've heard from people that live there that he's really very well liked in that town. People really like Martell. So he lost it on the wrong person. Now he's trying to use, from what Tanya was saying, Amont said it was because he went after Ariane. I guess that was in the park or something. That's when he said that. No, that is an excuse. If we've all lived long enough, you've had somebody that you were shocked to find out was hating on you and jealous on you. And they used one thing to release the venom of Satan on you. Okay, and that's exactly what Martell did. He wanted to do that anyway. He did, because he lost everything. They bought him out of his own business. He's childish. That is a business thing. He should be glad he was bought out and didn't lose everything. They bought him out. They did not want him to return because while you sat there and said that man cheated with 20 women, I have a lot of male cousins. They could hate another man, like really dislike him. They would never tell women that that man cheated on his wife. They won't tell on another man like that. Men just don't do that. So
They
he
really
Mhm.
don't.
he broke
Yeah.
many codes that are not you're not able to come back from with other men. Other men will never respect Martell again. And he could have brought back some respect as a father if he had focused on his money, his wine. I was looking for. You can't even get that wine. You can't. It's like
Mhm.
that. And you're talking to
No,
man did how many years ago? Him and Tisha dealt with that like grown adult people who have something to lose. Tisha and Marcel have a lot to lose. Example, Mel and Martell. Okay, that's an example of, yeah, he had a baby, but it's cheaper to keep and keep my money in this house. We are a family and we got to get through this. She should have stayed with her husband. I don't care who don't like it. That's how I feel. I think everybody, including the Scots, would have been happier. And Marceau said it one time, if they were not on TV, she would have stayed. But Martell cannot pivot. When him and Ariane were quiet, it was good. I was rooting for them. Then they came out with that interview. Not the wine, not baby clothes, not not a suit.
Marriott's boutique. That motherfucker stole her LLC and she got it back, or you know what I'm saying? Like none of that.
And just
And
go to the gut
right,
hip hop the show, and Marceau and Tisha need to do what they're doing. Do your thing with the construction. I'm gonna be quiet, but that's all I'm saying. Martell, everything that happened, everybody's saying it. What is jealousy. He keeps saying Marceau want Mel. Why would Marceau want a woman who is always trying to be the boss? That is
right. That
personality.
is not Marcel's personality at all. Him and Melanie would be a hit it and quit it type of thing. They'd be like Marcel and Melanie.
She
Toxic.
know how to work her man. Tisha know how to work her man. That's her husband. She is the neck. He is the head. The neck got the control of the head. Don't y'all know? Everybody talking about Tisha slow. They are slow to say this. This is just jealousy of a young couple who was going through a lot and they stayed together. That's all I'm gonna say. But Martell,
Right. That's
I'm
what it is. That's why I say it beholds me how the only excuse they got for calling her slow is they feel like her husband plays on her top so much. But it's because they want Leticia to come out here and do what him and Melanie do. That old arguing back and forth, and Melanie trying to fight with it something that a piece that she don't have. You know what I'm saying? It's like, come on, no, no, no,
so
no.
respectful. Everybody's like, oh, he called her slow. I said, child, he had a baby on his wife. Y'all think that's something? Like he called Tisha slow, but it sounds so silly because of where she's at and where he's at in life. He can't.
Right.
They
Yeah.
have
Wait, and this is why you can't take them serious because they talk on both sides of their neck. Oh, he called her slow. That's right. He ate. But then at the same time, they'll turn back around and call him slow because he can't pass an open book test.
right, and
So it's like,
I say that
what?
funny because obviously Martell is smart. Everybody has different skills. Him and Mel worked together in business because he had a set of skills and she did too. However, what she had messed him up and he shouldn't have did what he did. He was stupid. I'm sorry. She holds the business in her hands, just like Tisha does with Marceau. He knows that Marceau isn't Tisha's not stupid. She's gonna protect Tisha. I know that business is structured, so Tisha's gonna be okay. Now, Mel, as smart as she is, I'm sorry, there was a better way to exit, but since y'all wasn't really together in the first place, we're gonna leave that alone. But I just hope Carlos has enough sense to pivot. Trish is an engineer. Y'all talking about Martell and Trish slept together. Why do we care about all this past stuff? They have nothing valid right now that they can film. Destiny said so much last night in her live about Martell, and I understood where she was, and I understand that's her friend. She better protect herself. But everybody's not obligated to give him that kind of grace. They're not. They've done it already. People tired. If you have a
And see,
grown
my thing with Martell, and I think a huge reason why he's unable to pivot is because he lacks the confidence. See, he needed to have grow thick skin. See, this is why Marceau is winning because Marceau got thick skin. He's able to pivot from. I mean, look at the stuff that they've been trying to say this man been a cheater for years. They've come out with anonymous pictures of backs. We supposed to believe that was him. You know what I'm saying? The latest stunt is this hood rat that they pulled out of the throes of the corners somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then you go watch. You like, it's like, come on now. But he can't. Yeah, it's just like he lacks the confidence. See,
He does.
there's a confidence there that he still needs to have, even though the whole world's against him. And Martell lacks that confidence. If he had that confidence, nothing that basement bully and her cult has done to him wouldn't have been able to penetrate him. And that's why, very much so, he would have picked himself up and kept going. That's why it was important. If you would, okay, so you chose Arion, it was important for you just to stand in that. Now you want to stand in it after you done allowed your ex-wife to drag and tag and rag you through the mud. You should have stood in that from day one. And the way to stand in that was not getting on social media, arguing back and forth with her. It was actually you doing the work and just standing in that. And I believe he tried, but he lost the confidence that he needed to fight through that.
He's too emotional as a man, especially. I don't like emotional men. I just don't. I like men who can express themselves emotionally, but I don't mature emotionally. Like when he gets
until on pity parties is like Marquez. Him and Marquez is like, oof, baby. But see, Marquez is worse than Martell if you ask me. But yeah, they like, you know what I'm saying? They kind of in the same boat with that pity party. That pity part. It's the pity part. You know what I'm saying?
He's falling now. He loves his kids, but I see him having a hard time being the father because his money ain't right. And that's where, like you said, one thing about Marceau and Tisha, I respect them. And that's why, you know, it's a combination of their education, but ultimately it's about who they are inherently inside. Because like she said, where they started from, neither one of them had money like that. Okay, yeah, but Marceau's mother's very educated. So there were expectations and norms in his house. Okay, and that stood him through all this he's going through. Someone taught him a lot about manhood because honestly, I had a father. He reminds me a lot of my dad. Ain't nobody going to tell my father what to do about his kids and his wife and his life. You're just not going to do that because he paid the cost to be the boss, and that's that. And that's how. And ain't no women on Facebook, on YouTube, but none of these pages, these old ass biddies talking about his life going to shut him and Tisha's plan down. And that's why people would say he was harsh with Tisha, but he had to be to keep them in alignment with their plan. They had a plan. And that's a strong man. I don't care what anyone says. All that other stuff is just chit chatter because look where they at now. And that just tells you what stood the test of time.
That's it. That's it. And like I said, that's just why is Tisha slow? Oh, she's slow because she's not an alpha female and she ain't trying to tussle with a man like she got dick and balls too. That's what makes her slow.
You see what logical speak says from what maybe it's about where they come from. I don't think Martell's just like a very spoiled man. I think he's always been given a lot of attention and adulation by women. I think he's always been well liked. I don't think he ever. I mean, he's had life struggles and traumas. I'm not going to, minimize that. But I don't think he ever really had to fight for things. You understand what I'm saying? And I think he knows what that's about from a young age. I think that's what they all know. They just seem more like boys to me, and Martell seems like a mama's boy. And he's crumbling. And I don't care how many men in his family were around. If they were stuck in the streets, that's toxic masculinity. That's not really
right. But see, I don't even think Martell suffers from toxic masculinity because for all intended purposes, even Melanie admitted that Martell was a good husband when he was. He brought her flowers every day. Like said, she admitted he go to work, she be home. He still come home, cook, clean, do homework with kids, get kids ready for bed. He did a lot. And for whatever reason, I don't know, Mel. I don't know. They just like Martell and Leticia had a plan. I mean, Marceau and Leticia had a plan, and Marceau tried his best to keep them on that path because there's gonna be hurdles. That's just life. There's gonna be hurdles, but you got to stay the course and you got to get back up. You're gonna hear 50 million no's before you get that one yes. Basically, hold on, ButterCups. Did you text me? Right. Is you okay? Hold on, Buttercups. All right, I'm back, Buttercups. That just might be. That's why he needs to find a therapist that actually works for him. But he also has to get out his own way. I think Martell's biggest problem is that he's in his own way. And he has to get that misplaced anger where it belongs, and he needs to get past it and pivot from it. Lessons and blessings. He's unable to find the lessons and the blessings, you know? Queen Script? Did I lose you? Oh, yep, I lost you. Drop the link in case anybody you want to come back up. And we lost Queen Script, Buttercups. Sorry, Buttercups. I kicked myself out. Let me drop the link. We lost Queen Script real quick. But yeah, I think Martell's biggest problem is he lacks the confidence to pivot from his situation. And I'm not going to lie that it wasn't made. Hold on, Buttercups. I'm back, Buttercup. Sorry about that. I'm so sorry about that. Apologize, y'all. You know. Hey, Antoinette, Anthony, salutations. Okay. Sorry, girlfriends. Yeah, I'm sorry. All right, we back. We back, Buttercups. Anyway, top of the board. Let me drop the link. Anybody else want to come up? But y'all, MsWandaJBlidge is back, Buttercups. Yes. Where T at? Oh, we're cutting up. I'm sorry. Who's cutting up? I'm sorry, Buttercups. Who cutting up? Somebody else live? Who you talking about? Who cutting up living for me? I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. I'm sorry about that. Juju, what happened? Let me catch up in the chat. What y'all talk about here? Well, that's what she's supposed to do, cats. That's what she's supposed to act like that. Like what y'all like? You know, she's supposed to act like that. That's her goddamn husband. That ain't everybody's business. Once again, she knew her price, and it wasn't selling out her trauma or her drama for money and fame. She gonna give you what she want to give you. And if they don't want to talk about extramarital affairs, because they're trying to move past it, you can't move past it if you people. This is why Melanie and Martell is unable to move on because their fans, their audience won't let them move on. Every time something happens or comes up, we gotta bring it back to what happened this and who did. Even last weekend's episode, why does Melanie need to have a conversation with Chris Fletcher about Trish? The environment is not conducive for them to move on because they latched onto it, and then the fans that they have latched onto it and won't let them move on. Yeah, cats. That is why they mad. But like I said, that's why they call her slow, because she ain't making the moves that they claim, you know what I'm saying? But they say Homegirl's the blueprint, but Leticia's slow because she ain't following Homegirl's blueprint. And even last season when Homegirl was like, oh, you could do it. You could be a single mother. Why are you encouraging her to leave her marriage? Because I do everything. Well, we know that's a lie. Any real single mother knew you was full of shit anyway when you said that shit out your mouth. You know you can't be everywhere at one fucking time. Oh, allegedly. Well, he said Queen Desperate said, I guess Queen's Desperate hit that live button down there to the trap house. Do y'all believe it? You know. But like I said, we're going to keep bringing these. I know Scott's 1.0, 2.0, Trish, somebody. And we're going to keep bringing nonsense to the show that the slow meters are saying, because let's be clear, it's not the fans of the show that they bringing these storylines from. And then it's well, Melanie got on a producer hat. She ain't been a producer on that show in years. So, no, she's not a producer. Nobody asked her to produce anything. If anything, are you trying to say she's the force multiplier, as Carlos would call him, the force multiplier? She's not even that. She's not even that. And she doesn't do it well at all. Hey, boo, you back?
Yeah, my phone call came in and mommy needed something. So Mel is
Oh,
leaving the
okay.
show. Hallelujah. Did you see in the chat that she's leaving the show? They talk about
Yes, Lady Rose said that's
hallelujah.
what she over there talking about.
Okay, I don't know who that is. Um, I'm not always familiar with
Well,
everybody. What?
Jinju, as you say that, Jinju, allegedly, rumor has it, word on the curve is last week she put a post in her Instagram stories talk about some free. I'm
I remember
free.
that. You said that ButterFlii last week. You were saying that. I remember that.
Didn't I say that? Now, see, I talked about this
Yes,
last
ma'am.
week, Buttercups, but y'all know that they don't like to give Butterfly her props. Hey,
They just steal your,
Stephanie.
they just steal your stuff and put it in their little chats and they say little words that you say. That's all. That's
Mm-hmm.
okay. You keep doing
Yep.
what you do. She's leaving. Hallelujah. Oh yes, 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 yes.
Yes, Stephanie. Martell definitely needs a break. Salutations, Buttercup. Definitely needs a break too. They both. That's what I said. Just take a year off. Even if you come back, take a year off to really heal. Like I said, the environment that they're under with the flying monkeys, aka the slow meters, the cult, they have neither one of them have really been able to pivot from this divorce. Melanie has what?
Wait,
She's
wait.
doing it how business wise, but she's not healed as
Mhm.
a person.
But wait, I'm sorry. Can I interject here? There was something said in the chat
Mm-hmm.
about the way
Yeah.
Martell and Scots were raised, as far as how they were raised to be slick. The Scots, I don't believe that's true. I just think the Scots were they're just grown men, and I think a lot of women are watching TV from this new social media perspective, and we're not being realistic about who men really are. Um,
Right.
and that's just my opinion. They're not bad men. They're just men, right? And so we're not going to idolize them. I like them for what they give to the community. I like how they present themselves as providers. Um, I like that they're not perfect, that they are fallible, but I also think you should be able to maintain your dignity. If we knew everything about our leaders, we would probably clutch our pearls and not like anybody. That's why you don't
Right.
need to know everything about everybody. And if you're
Right.
dumb enough to give up that stuff about yourself, not even going to say dumb, if you're that transparent enough, then you have to take what comes with that. And that's what Martell and Melody can't do. They were so transparent, but they thought they were only going to get the good and couldn't take the bad. And they tried to put the bad off on other people. But that's that karma, a boomerang to hit them. And now she is boomerang off the show. Hopefully, I don't have to hear that whining voice ever again. I swear.
Baby.
I
I
want her to
think
make
that's
money,
why.
but somewhere else,
Yes.
baby. Somewhere else,
Yes.
baby. Not in our show. Okay, I'm gonna shut up for a minute.
Oh, you might be right about that too, Symmetry, because the overplay for the underplay, because who the hell was paying attention to her and Carlos King following each other? That makes sense. Girl.
Please, please, God in heaven, please, ladies, please stop thinking with a colonized mind. Those of you talking about being raised by a black woman, please, we have been put in this country, some of us. Some of our ancestors were already here before the Indian, and some of us were not. That is not the point. The point is that there have been female black leaders, warriors, queens, female blacks in so many different
But wait a minute.
places in
Why is
life.
that? Why is that a point? Because Marceau wasn't
Because
raised in a
someone
single
made a
family
point on the
home.
chat that women raising children, please stop spouting what white people say about us. Please stop doing that shit. Damn, I'm dropping down. This is enough.
I don't know who said
Diana
that.
say, bro, she don't never get mad like that. What's
No,
wrong?
she don't. But
Mm-mm.
one thing I have learned about Saber, she's really for real about our people and our history. I don't know who spouted something about black. Was it black women or women just in general? Like I see, but you did. I needed context, babe, because I just got back here, so I missed the comment myself. Lady, bro.
I'm gonna go look up the oh yeah.
Okay,
She was
let's
saying,
pivot. All right, BK Lakeisha,
that's why.
you want to get back into WandaJBlidge returning to the show?
Yeah, please let's do that.
Okay, we gonna pivot. Lady Ro, it's okay, baby. See, but somebody made a comment about black mothers. Oh, okay, Symmetry. So basically saying that black mothers raised there. Okay. Yeah. Okay, black women raising children. Well, we know that's a big controversy in our community. I thought y'all was trying to claim. I don't even know why it's about black mothers raising children because Marceau was raised in a two-parent home. His father just happened to be a trucker and was on the road a lot, but his parents were married. So I'm. Or we talk about Martell and why he's the way he is. I think much like any single mother raising kids that's doing it by themselves, I think Miss Marlene did the best she could. We don't really know. I mean, the thing that Miss Marlene doesn't hold him accountable, it kind of blows my mind too, because she sat right in her kitchen, and when Martell came and told her what was going on, Miss Marlene cried, and she did tell him that he was wrong. I don't know what else you want Miss Marlene to do. I mean, I'm quite sure she probably. Y'all know Martell is stubborn and hard-headed. We see it because the first episode, Maurice and Marceau went over there to try to have a conversation with him. And he didn't want to hear nothing they had to say. Martell is stubborn and hard-headed. I think his mother did the best she could for whatever her circumstances was raising her sons. And it becomes a nurture versus nature because apparently she worked a lot. I guess Martell had a stepfather, for a little while with his brother's father, because they don't got the same father. But it is harder. You're talking to a woman that is raising two black males over here, okay? Very hard. Very, very hard. Okay, Buttercups? Baby, and that's just one and the same, BK Lakeisha. Southern and Caribbean roots, that's one and the same. Because Southern and Caribbean people have a lot of the same. They're very similar in their morals and how they bring up their families and how they view family. So that's like one and the same. Shoot, you right with no wonder. Okay, no wonder your parents met. Okay, they were similar. That's one and the same right there. Brown girls rock. You know, because unfortunately, we still have that division within our own people too. I live in a very, very diverse city. Like, you name it, I grew up around it. Okay, Caribbean, Spanish, European, whatever. I live in a very diverse city. Somalian, Muslim, like African, you name it, I grew up around it. So for me, I don't know if I would be a good person to say what's culturally different, because then I have my issues that I have with the way we're viewed by people that are from other cultures as a Black American woman, Um, they do come here, unfortunately, riding the coattails of the stereotype of the oppressor. Like, they feed into it. And then because they're coming from less than, or they might be coming from a community that has less opportunities, and then they come here and they feel like we have so many opportunities, we just choose not. Like, it gets real deep because there's things that culturally I'll tell you one thing that's culturally different. Crack. Okay? The crack epidemic in America is just one culturally different thing that we could talk about. Yes, it's in other countries now, and shit, other countries got opioids. They grew heroin, stuff like that. But that's just one of the difference. You know what I'm saying? Oh, your phone rung again. You want the link? But I don't really know if I would even, Buttercups, we talk about WandaJBlidge coming back to the show, okay? We're going to pivot, okay? I know this is a good conversation, Buttercups. But, you know, this is like talking about politics, you know? It get real muddy. It get real muddy. And this was really supposed to be a celebration because the star of the show, WandaJBlidge, is back. Is going to be back on our TV screen. Yes. Thank you, Symmetry. Thank you, Buttercup. Now let me read it. I was born and raised in Michigan by a black mother, just like the Scots. The insinuate that our mothers raised us to be anything but productive members of society is wrong. And I do agree with that. Because I know for dang sure I definitely raised my sons. Now the choices they make and made, I know what I've tried to install in them. Hold on, Symmetry. I'm trying to get you your thank you. Thank you.
We got ButterFlii. Hi, boo. We got
One more.
ButterFlii. Hi, boo.
I'm gonna give you 4.
We got ButterFlii. Hi, boo.
One
We got
more.
ButterFlii. Hi, boo.
Thank you. Yeah, that was offensive. Oh, Logical. Did you make that comment? Okay, I think Logical is I guess it was Logic that made it. So let me read her response. I think the point I was trying to make is big city upbringings are typically fast-paced. Small South is different. You have to be street smart to navigate the big city life. Sorry if I offended anyone. Now, okay, all right. Okay, that's what she meant. Like the communities be culturally different. Now that I can agree with. You know, I'm a city girl, and you know, where my family's originally from, they are definitely culturally different. Now, when I go back home, I feel like I'm in the South. Even though I'm not in the South, I feel like I'm in the South because a lot of who they are and they derived it from the South, so they have a lot of Southern ways. So I understand what you mean, and it is a totally different living back where my family's from compared to where I actually live now. So yeah.
Hey, it was the conniving and slick comment. That's what it was, because people
Oh, okay.
city, you're conniving and slick, and it's not that, because I live in the South and I've been to small towns, and there's conniving and slick people in small towns, big cities, small cities. People are
Yeah,
people.
that's what Khadijah is saying.
Yeah,
Yeah.
your decency and the way you're raised by your parents. I mean, that has nothing to do with the region, in the sense that what is put into you and who you are will ultimately come out. Okay, there are
Right.
a lot of influences, but as
Right.
black women, either way, Martell is still responsible for his emotional growth or lack of. His mother did a good
Right.
job. She did the best she could do. She did a good job. She seems like a nice, decent woman to me. All their mothers seem like nice. Even we talk about Miss Van, but she did the best she could do, in all fairness to her.
Right.
However, when you come on here and you bash other mothers like Miss Van trying to talk down to Miss Wanda, that's where you kind of mess up. Because I'm sure, like, she could talk about Miss Wanda, there's things she did Miss Wanda never would have done, right? So you need to watch what
Right.
you say when you're talking all that hot mess about motherhood, because we have all fall short, but we are all not bad women. And Martell is still responsible for him. And the Scots are not conniving and slick. They're smart. They're industrious. And and when people say manipulative, if you don't know how to manipulate this world, you're going to be lost and under the bridge. So, no, I don't think that's their way, conniving and slick. I think they're highly intelligent, hard workers, community oriented family men. That's how I see them.
That's how I see him too. I don't think I don't think they was raised to be conniving and slick, because it sounds like their mother and father had a tradition. If anything, I take from how Marceau was raised compared to how Martell was raised. Marceau comes from a traditional family. Like, he has a mother that apparently allowed her husband to be the head of their household. I don't know if y'all remember that scene that Marceau had with his father, Down to the Black, when his father was like, the one mistake I do feel like I made was not being there with my family and for my family. Yeah, I was a provider, but I wasn't physically. And I believe he was in an indirect way saying that he wasn't emotionally available. Now that I see Marcel struggles with emotionally being available for his children. Marceau has it to where, because even his father told him that was one regret he had with raising them, is that he wasn't really present. And I think what I take from Marceau is that's why he struggles with emotionally being present. I think Marceau, when it comes to being emotionally available, has a wall up, even for his own family, because there is an emotional connection I feel like is missing when it comes to Leticia and even the children. I already told you I get the sense that MJ is a mama's boy, and I think that MJ and Marceau are gonna have some tough conversations as MJ continues to grow.
I see
I
that
do
too.
believe that. Yeah, yeah.
Like you were saying, all the mothers were needed on the show. I was hating when they took Wanda off the show. I know I'm supposed to call her Miss Wanda, but we not that far in age. I just have a hard time, like I'm, some young girl. But
Right.
Wanda,
Yeah.
I like with Miss Marlene when they showed Miss Marlene talking to her son. I think she spoke life into her son. She spoke like
Yep.
I would have probably spoken to my son the same way. You messed this whole thing up, but I'm your mother, and if everybody walk out the door, I'm coming in. And that's my
That's
job
it.
as your mother. That's what she's supposed to do. She's supposed to ride for
Right.
her son. I don't have to like Martell. That's not my job. That's his mother's job to love him to life. And she gonna be
Right.
there with him as she should.
That's what I
But
don't understand. I don't understand the logic, and I don't know. I don't know what they wanted from Miss Marlene. Was she supposed to shun him too? Like I said, Melanie. I just feel like they just got this thing in their head where they're like stuck in the 18s or something. But like, was he supposed to be stoned to death, or like I'm like even his own mother was supposed to turn her back on him? I just don't
that
get
was
the
it.
logic in that. You know what I mean?
Miss Marlene needed. What is Miss Marlene gonna do with her grown son except tell him how she feels, be there for him and her grandchildren, and live her life? She did her job. She
Right.
raised that man. Martell is doing acting out, but Martell don't have no criminal record and none of that stuff. He been to college. She did a damn good job, I think. Now everything is up to him. That's it.
Right. And hold up though, because let's be clear too. Martell said out of his own mouth he doesn't feel like how he raised in his childhood is an excuse for him not to be showing up as a man. I think we forgot that Martell said that on his own mouth. He don't feel like him growing up without a father or the struggles that he had growing up not having a father should define him as a man. Martell said that on his own mouth.
And Martell,
So why are we making that excuse for him? You get what I'm saying?
yeah,
And then blaming, well, hold up, they're making an excuse for him and then blaming his mother when y'all are the ones that are making that excuse for him. I ain't never heard Miss Marlene sit on that show and tell Martell that he was right. Did she speak up about what she felt like was happening in that marriage early on? Yes, she did. The same way Van is going to speak up for what she felt like was going on in that marriage. And let's be clear, Van was still Team Martell. So Martell couldn't have been all that bad. Because in the beginning, Van was still Team Martell too.
and it could have stayed that way, but Mel did not want everybody to get along. And when you have kids and you break up, that is still family. And that's why I never understood when you break up, you breaking up a family, a lot of sides. But they could have worked it out. Miss Marlene was never mean to Mel, did not say, like, I don't want you around. But I could see Mel being difficult to be around after the breakup. I can. And Miss
She
Van is,
was. She blocked her. You
yeah,
remember
that's,
that sit down they had? Like she was going to get Miss Marlene to change what she said. Miss Marlene, you know what I love about Miss Marlene too? All the scenes where her eating, she don't never put that fork down. She's sitting up there. She's like, yeah, that's what I said because that's how I felt. And kept on eating. And then Melanie was like, well, I guess I can unblock you. Miss Marlene was like, no, you can leave me blocked. I appreciate being blocked. Y'all are draining. I don't want no parts of it. Even when she was sitting down there with Van, okay?
yeah, Miss
And
Marlene.
Van was like, well, how do you feel? You heard Miss Marlene while also still eating her food, not really picking up her face from that. I'm going to let them handle it. Okay, Miss Marlene kept on eating.
We got to do the voiceovers next time with Miss Marlene.
Yes, we gotta go get their voices. Yes, y'all. But I told y'all last week there was allegedly word on the curb is that Basement Bully was leaving the show. But see, this is what I'm talking about, Buttercup. This is what I be talking about. There be stuff I already be putting y'all on to, but I guess because I'm not a big enough content creator, it doesn't catch on. And then here we are a week later. Now everybody talking about it. Now y'all want me to talk about it. I talked about it last week.
It's coming, ButterFlii. They still Carlos listening to you. It's coming. The people that's gonna pick it up are gonna take you to a different level. It hasn't come yet because the people that was sitting
Right.
there, you're not on that
Right.
level where they at. You don't repeat your stuff. You want it. Let these other people come out, teaching them coming out with something. Thank goodness you
Yeah.
promoting.
Oh, speaking of teacher coming out with some mods, if one of y'all could go grab Leticia's YouTube channel and drop the link in the chat. Buttercups, y'all make sure y'all go over there and subscribe to Leticia M. Scott's channel, okay? Because she's coming, Buttercups. She is coming. She's bringing back her mommy business podcast, and I believe she's it's called Mommy Business Tribe. So they definitely listening. Because she calling it Tribe, okay? I don't know if y'all peeped that, but if one of my moms could go grab the link, thank you, Symmetry. Y'all make sure y'all go subscribe to Leticia's channel, okay? Listen, I keep telling y'all it's a new day. And I noticed something when the Scots was saying how they're gonna get back into sharing information. I noticed some of the rhetoric in the comment sections was, oh, now they want to teach classes. I wonder where they get that from. Wrong. Was it you, Queen Script, that said that they was doing that in the beginning down near the Facebook
In my
before even Basement Bully
yes,
started doing anything? Okay.
few
All
episodes,
right.
few episodes. Marceau and Tisha, Millie, and Maurice would get online, but mainly Marceau and Maurice, and they would ask us questions about what do you think is a good business for Huntsville, given the information you have. And I was saying something for children, and the people were like, "Oh, what kind of real estate? What kind of deal?" And they were giving you step by step. They were like, "Clean up your credit." He was promoting Millie's credit cleaning thing. They would
Yep.
get us to come buy property in Huntsville before all the others knew about it. And the bad part of Huntsville they developed that nobody
Yep.
wanted to live in, they were promoting it on our Facebook group. And then all of a sudden, all that other stuff with the 20 women, and that just stopped everything and the harassment of teachers.
Right.
That they started that, the Scots.
Mhm. Thank you. So once again, here y'all go. This is what I'm talking about, the overplay for the underplay. And that's what, okay, Armanda, Miss Williams, if you still here go where I give your homegirl credit again. She was able to silence people and trick them out their spot for a while now, okay, with the BS. And she did that on purpose because she
Right.
wanted to paint this narrative that she was the star. And they wouldn't be nothing or nowhere if it wasn't for her. The same scenario that she's trying to paint for Martell is the same scenario that she tried to paint with a dry stroke on all the cast. Hey, Lady Rose, salutations, Buttercup.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm
Can you
doing
hear me?
all right. Yep, I can
Great,
hear you.
great. I just joined in just to touch on a little bit of what we were talking about in the chat. I just feel like it's time out that we blame mothers for the decisions that adult men make, right? Um, and I'm just gonna give an example. My one of my brothers, very educated, very highly educated, one probably the smartest kid my parents had because our parents were married until the day my dad died. But this young man did got had a baby out of wedlock, kind of a Martell situation. And I remember his introduction of this child, of his son to us, and how my mother was so disappointed. My dad had passed by the time this child was born, but my mother was very much alive, and our parents devoted Christians. I mean, we walked the chalk line in our house, and my mother, it was just us, the kids in the house, and told us about the child. He started passing out pictures, and my mama said, "Oh, who's beautiful baby?" And he said, "Oh, he's mine." And my mama said, "I thought you were smarter than that, but you're a dummy." And she got up and walked out of the room. And later on, my mom and my brother had a conversation. I wasn't privy to it. I don't think the rest of my siblings were either. But my sister-in-law told me, y'all allow your brothers to do anything and y'all back them up. And the one thing I had to say to her was, what am I supposed to do? Because he's still my brother. There's nothing I can do that will stop him from being my brother, right? No matter how mad I get at him, no matter how disappointed I am in his decisions, there's nothing I can do that's going to break the bond of the mother and father that we both share and the bond that we have as brother and sister. So I think it's unrealistic that we um actually decide just based on who a person is that it comes from their mother or that it comes from their family, because I think no matter what you teach someone, they're going to make the decisions that they want to make. They have free will, just like God gave us free will. We have free will as adults um to move forward in life. So I just really wish we can break that narrative of things that
And that's a
people
sad narrative because if you think about it, right? Let's
it
give a
is.
prime example. What about the kid that had a whole mother that was a crackhead, but they went to school, they're educated, they got all this going on, but their mother was a crackhead? Do we then still give that crackhead mother credit for who they are? Like, you know,
Exactly.
it becomes a slippery slope when you do shit like that. So I definitely agree with what you're saying.
Yeah, I
Right.
think what
Mhm.
I hear is that you're saying that at some point we have to take individual responsibility for our choices. It has nothing to do with our parents or our background, but it's who we are inherently in that moment. And you can also change back, like most people do, and go back to the way you were taught, if you were taught a certain way. But if you were taught like ButterFlii saying, in the way your mother's a crackhead, and you get out of that, that makes you a much different, greater person, actually, to me, but you had no frame of reference. So basically, the end of the discussion is these people grown and they doing what they want to do. Don't have nothing to do with their mothers. I'm sorry, none of them. Even Mel.
I agree with that 100%.
Mel can get help too. Her mother didn't heal, but Mel can heal herself. She's too intelligent, but her ego is too big, and so is Martell's. Their egos are
Right.
stopping healing. Marceau is actually in therapy. The reason why he didn't go made sense to me, and now that he's in there, humility is vital for growth. You cannot grow if you're not humble. You can't.
A
Right.
lot for
And I
men.
think that's the biggest problem with the Mel and Martell of it all. Neither one of them are humble.
Right.
Me
But
either.
you know, a lot of times, if you think about it, um, because the thing about sex and relationships is normally a moment of passion, right? Because
Hmm.
when you really break down sex, right, and not so much love and relationships, but just the act of sex, it is something that lasts momentarily, like hump, 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 boom, is over, right? So those momentary decisions can lead to lifetimes of disappointments and regrets and decisions that really, again, that people live in regret. But do you blame that on someone's mother? No, because it's something that human nature desires. Human nature desires sex. Human nature.
Hold up. Your sound went out, Lady Roll.
I'm sorry, whenever this phone closes, I set it down. Human nature
Okay.
desires sex. Human nature desires love and affection and touch. And those, again, sometimes when people don't receive that love, affection, respect that they think they should be getting from their partners, sometimes they seek outside sources. Not saying it's right at all. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying people do things because it's a moment of passion or
A
just a
temporary
moment.
fix. Yeah, a
Yeah,
temporary
yeah.
fix for a
And
long
it
term problem.
a long time
Hmm.
problem, and it can lead to things that are lasting forever. Again, out of an extramarital affair comes a child, and then a lot of times, even if the wife forgives the husband and they rekindle, there's always going to be this little kid or this child that is going to have that's going to be the stigma or the result of that infidelity or that relationship. There's going to be a reminder to the woman, to the man, to whatever happened. um and it's not always the man who does that. If we be honest with, there are women who do the same thing, step out on their husbands. I have a friend who in the Navy, wife got pregnant. He claimed the boy. This man ain't but 5 feet tall at the most. This baby is about 6'5", 6'6". And he, no, this is my son. That ain't your son. They did a DNA at the age of 25. He found out the young man was not his son. Do you know how disheartening that is? You knew it wasn't your son to begin with, but it doesn't always. It's not always the man who does it. Sometimes it's
Oh
the woman.
wow, that is
Yeah,
hard.
I'm
Wow,
saying.
and 25
So
years. Oh, so
25
he threw
years.
away everything, and to come to find out the baby wasn't even his
It was never
baby.
his.
Now that was his lesson to learn right there.
Right. And
That was
so
a
it's
hard one. Now that was
not
a hard
always
one.
it's
Yeah,
not always the man that's out here making these decisions. Sometimes it's the woman doing the same thing and they're married. So I just think that if we remove the narrative of always blaming the mother for the decisions, at 40 years old or 30 years old, Martell has been raised. I think a lot of times we could blame our children, our mothers for the and fathers for the decisions our children make, because children need guidance. But when they get grown,
right.
you gonna wear that hat yourself. I got a 35-year-old, so he's 34, and he make decisions that he don't include me in on, and I remind him of that every day. You made that decision. You didn't ask me my opinion or any suggestions. And guess what? You're gonna have to take the consequences of that decision, son. I'm sorry.
That part right there. Or you did ask me, and you still made your own decision again,
Exactly.
or not in the realm that I was trying to steer you in.
Exactly. I agree
You
with you
know, I'm dealing
100%.
with a little bit of that right now. And you listen to me in the first place. You know, you know what I'm saying?
Not
So yeah,
that
yeah.
okay, that's a listen. That's their life. I had to tell mine. However you feel about me, I advise you to get therapy because I did, and that's all I say. Whenever they
You know
cry,
what?
my
I
sister,
um
they better go get some help.
yeah. Listen, that's why I'm about to sign for some therapy for this year. But just honestly speaking, being a transparent moment, and I'm gonna say it, and then I'm gonna take it back, and we're gonna move on. We're gonna pivot. But I
Okay.
do that a lot to myself too right now. There's some decisions that my oldest son made that I am not happy with, but then I just turn around and beat myself up for it because I feel like I failed. I failed them in certain areas. So as much, yeah, yeah, yeah. All right, we're gonna pivot. All right, ladies, let's pivot. I'm gonna go there, but yeah.
So Carlos let Wanda come back. What is that going to look like next year? You think?
Well, I think they're gonna stay within their realm. She gonna stay within her family realm. She ain't she don't need to. There's no reason for her to be entertaining Melanie. I don't even think they need to have no conversation to resolve nothing because we know Melanie, she don't care. Once she feel crossed, that's it. She's done. So there's no point to even sit up here and make no fake ass coming to Jesus moment because it ain't gonna happen. They've done that with Melanie for years, and she still come back holding grudges. So it ain't even worth even having her and Melanie having a conversation. Wanda J. Blige gonna be we need to be seeing that truck. Okay, we need to be seeing how she deal. I'm telling you, the focus should be her truck, and her family, which would be her daughter and Marceau. Even her and Marceau scenes used to be funny.
That's
Like these
another.
are some lighthearted stuff.
I love her Marcel fighting. I do. It reminds me of the old
Yeah,
comedy shows with the mother-in-law and the son. I love that. And him and Keisha even remind me like the old school shows with the husband and wife. It could be comical, a little shade, but it was never
yeah,
like a point where it had to be so destructive. It was family dynamics that's real. People have people that they tease and
yeah,
they all the time. And it was funny. And then the other stuff started. So I'm glad she's coming back. But with Black in the truck, I hope they show more of that side of their life. The construction
yeah.
and
I
Wanda.
think Carlos can really pivot, and yes, we know that reality TV needs a little mess. Let's be clear though, because see, there has to be boundaries. Yes, we want a little mess. Once again, let's be clear on how we want this to work out. We do want a little mess. We do want a little like fun shade. when we start to get away from the fun shade and a little bit of light mess, like I said, it can't be so heavy that we can't come back from it. And that's been the problem that we've been dealing with these old storylines. It's gotten so bad that y'all ain't been able to pivot from it. And even when y'all attempt to pivot from it, everybody's seeing right through it.
Right. Right.
You know, the comment, oh, well, shit, we know she don't like them. We know she don't like them. Like, is there any surprise that, oh, I don't like Trish? Oh, is it because Trish is a liar? No. The real reason why she don't like Trish is Trish about to get it together. Trish ain't scared, worried, none of that. Trish ain't worried about none of that. But right, healthy drama, because there isn't such thing as healthy drama. Like I said, we get into a little bit of drama, the light shade, a little bit of mess, and we pivot and we find a resolve. We come back together, hug it out, and let's keep it moving. But if it's not kept light, then it's hard to move on from. Like what has happened, transpired in the last few years, it's hard to move on from. The loss of Kiki and how she was treated is hard to move on from.
I agree. I agree with that.
That's not light. That's hard to pivot from. And
But
I
do you,
applaud Tisha. I really do applaud Tisha because we all know why Kiki was brought on that show.
right.
It takes a very strong, graceful person to still deal with a bitch that is the cause of that, i.e., Melanie Holt or Rogers or whoever the fuck she want to be.
But quick question. Do you think that this show maybe has gone too far, or maybe at a point that it can't be turned around with this
No, I don't think
particular
so.
group?
I don't think
Okay.
so.
So
I don't
how
think
would they
so.
turn? But how would we turn it around? Because the reason why I'm asking you that, let me be very clear, is
Mhm.
that I feel like we are in such a point of toxicity that will anybody, because who do you believe, right? Like you have a group who believes Melanie and everything she says, then you have a group who believes the Scots and what they say, right? So,
Mhm.
and you have a group that don't believe nothing Destiny say or nothing that Martell says. So who do you trust? Who do you believe? And I just wonder, would that toxicity ever quiet down if we could see more of their reality versus um because I'm gonna tell you the reason why I say that is every time you hear someone say something like Destiny speaks about the reason why she said on her this Monday podcast that the reason why her relationship with Martell, or the reason why she feels the way she does about Martell, is because he was there for her in a time that she really needed someone, right? So
Right.
that's one aspect that makes you look at their relationship and their dynamic differently. And then you
Exactly.
have
Yes.
you have Wanda, who says that the reason why she went so hard on Mel and Martell was because she can't stand for people to betray her daughter, right? So that's another
Mhm.
aspect of what we don't see, right? And then you
Mhm.
have Marsal and Tisha, who sat down on Sunday and told us that they gave us a timeline of when their relationship started with the Holts, where it's, where they went here, here, and here.
Mhm.
So they gave us another insight on things that we did not know. So not, how do we move forward and then not get a little bit of the drama and remove the toxicity from the script? That's my question to you.
Mm.
Well, I don't know if y'all remember me bringing up how they one of the things that Els Bravo and their cast members work through a lot of their issues and not go too far is the teamwork building exercises. They need to incorporate that onto Love and Mary Trunsville. They need to bring somebody, like I said, like the Dr. Francis was an excellent addition to the show, even down to the marital retreat. But the thing is, you can't have two people only wanting one narrative to be focused on, and they're going to find a way every which way they can to make sure that that's the narrative that's focused on. Now, when they went down to that lodge and they had that marital counseling situation, we found out things there. We didn't know that Marceau was dealing with depression.
That's
Yep.
true.
We don't talk
That's
about that at all. No. Only
Right,
right.
Melodies,
right,
also not Tisha. Both of them have dealt with depression since you.
right.
We
Like
never.
so we miss these things when, like a prime example of what Marceau was saying with the lazy producing of the production team. Is what they want them to focus on. So Marceau basically gave us kind of the blueprint on how they go about bringing up subjects and bringing the storylines in. Is we have one person go approach this other person with the storyline, and thus it becomes a storyline. I
I have
mean,
a
ask
question.
them about, you know what I mean. So
Butterfly.
how about Marceau shows up to ask Marceau, I mean Maurice shows up to ask Marceau about that black meat that they had, and an impact that has had on their business and brought more, more business to them and stuff like, how about they have them ask them questions about that? Like I said,
Right.
we can have the little bit of mess,
I have
the
a
light
question.
shade, like I'll give you an example of light shade. I know everybody was acting all crazy, but Leticia really wasn't doing that much down to the nails party. She was just confronting things as was. That was light. Because you see how her and Nell was able to go have a conversation and they found resolve and went back to partying. That type of
Right.
light drama, shade, let's find a resolve and let's, what I'm saying, let's get back to it. And her and Nell been good ever since, except down, when Nell tried to, except for the little incident down to the girls' trip where, with the room situation. But outside of that, they back to A-OK. And once again, to give you another prime example, Leticia felt very offended and highly upset about Martell popping up on her and Destiny's brunch. Did you hear what she said in her confessional? Yeah, I was upset about that, but we're moving on. You
But
got to be
Right.
able to move on.
Right.
Destiny
Right.
set it up. That I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Please answer this question, Butterfly, if you know. Do each of the members have different producers? So they shoot different things, and then in editing, everybody comes together and decides what they're going to do next. Is that
Yeah.
what happened?
Well, I believe the producers come together, they have their own meeting after I do believe that everybody has their own producer. And then the producers come together and figure out how they're going to piece together the individual storylines to kind of make it flow all into where everybody's included, but they still have. See, this is where the producers are failing at. They're unable to pivot from the individual stories to bring in to the group story, because everybody has their own individual story, but then we bring it, then it somehow is brought back into the group. Prime example, what they're able to do on Married to Medicine. Jackie and Jackie's husband cheating on her. That was a Jackie and her husband storyline, but they was able to involve the group, but it didn't get so nasty. Like, you don't see the group ragtagging and dragging her husband that she decided to stay with, by the way.
Yep. I
That's
don't
true.
think they would
They've
have. I
allowed
don't
him
think
to
they would
move
have got
on
it
from
either.
that.
They
In
would have
fact,
never got it.
you see how they was all offended at the lodge that Phaedra picked last year, because apparently, allegedly, that's where Curtis was sneaking off with the side chick. But you see how they all came together as a group to uh to hold Jack. You know what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying?
Right.
Even
Right.
though it was Simone that picked the large, but it's like it's light, but then they're able to pivot. We're not. Last season was a disaster with the whole quad situation, but there's still things that go on, but they're able to pivot back from him. And I don't know what's going on with her and Contessa this season, but yeah, I gotta catch up
Yeah.
on Married to Medicine. Speaking of Married to Medicine.
I just hope that these producers actually, you can have so much drama doing business, like Marcel said. Within the realm of conducting business, there's drama. There's a lot of drama, a lot of stress. They can have so many storylines if they just were not so. I don't know what's wrong with their producers, but Carlos is on it now. I have faith that he's going
I
to get
believe he's on it now
because
too.
the show
I
has to.
believe
The show has
the
to.
the slander that he suffered in the last few months of last year was enough for Carlos to wake him up because
Yeah.
the narrative that was being painted about Carlos is that he's toxic and he's a toxic leader. And so, and and every time somebody came out and talked about it, so I think that really woke Carlos up. He's not, I don't listen, Carlos worked very hard for his career. So I definitely think he ain't about to just let a mofo burn down what he's built that easy. Hmm.
But if you look in the chat, number one Buttercup just said a mouthful. Love and Marriage Huntsville has a problem with resolving and closing storylines, and that is the God honest truth. We have
Right.
been
That's
on
what I
the
mean by the producers are not knowing how to pivot
They
the
Tyler
individual
Perry.
to the
They
group
coming
and
Tyler
bring
Perry
it
on
back
it.
together. Yeah.
right,
And I love
and
Tyler, but Tyler
there
Perry.
should always be conflict. There's always going to be conflict, but there should be resolution, right? So that's what
Hmm.
these shows are meant to show us. They're supposed to show us a little conflict. Then we're going to sit down and we're going to discuss what the conflict was, and then there should be some resolution. Now, there's always going to be a villain in the story, but
Right.
everybody shouldn't be the villain, right? This one person shouldn't be, everybody shouldn't be against this one person. And I'm going to tell you how they can get rid of Melanie Hope. Nobody film with her. Refuse to film with her. Let her
And,
film by herself
uh,
or film with her mama.
but
See how
see,
long that'll last.
they could have done that, and they didn't do that. And
Right. I
that's what
agree.
I'm saying. She's making them the villains, but she didn't want to film with them. Remember? So
Yep.
now she has to get time because she has no storyline, and they did not reject her. All Tisha
Hmm.
did was take her food and kindly go ahead and finish it out with her husband because she being messy. But they would not be wrong not to film with her. But like Khadija saying, and I've been saying this, who are the producers? How old are they? What life experience do they have? What background? Because if they're in Huntsville and they're big city and they're young, they have no connection or understanding of the South or any of that stuff. I'm from New York, but
Right. You're
my mother from
right. It does
New
the
York.
experience and the
Yeah, it was
knowledge
very
to be
black.
able to, yeah.
It was a
Yeah.
very black community that was based in the South, even though we lived in New York. So I would come there and I would understand. I didn't understand, but I understood in a way from my grandmother's experiences and her family. So I understood a lot of these people. I don't think they have any experience in HBCUs, or do they? I just want to know who they're picking because you have too much talent in the industry to have whoever you have doing these edits and the production. You do too much talent.
But here's the next thing is too, is that um even Marcel touched on this. Drama sells. So people want to see the drama.
Hmm.
But you have people, and it seems like the drama is much louder than the people who want to see the business aspect. There is no
Hmm.
reason not to have touched on um, the depression that they brought up this season because there are a
Yeah.
lot of people who deal with mental issues. Our world is not the same world it used to be in the 60s and the 70s and the 80s. Life is really tough. Um, housing, there's a housing crisis in America.
Right.
There is a mental health problem in America. People are struggling in America. So it
Yeah,
would be
I
nice
told
to
you,
see.
shoot, it
It
could
would be
see.
nice.
It'd be nice to see them do some outreach down here to the Birmingham because Birmingham is going through. You understand? They're losing generations of families down here to that Birmingham with the youth.
Correct.
Like it
Right.
would be nice to see them come together, and because and I don't I feel like it's a mentality of well that's Birmingham and this is Huntsville. It starts to have a domino effect. So I would love to see them do some outreach in Birmingham, Alabama. I really would because the
Hey,
things that I'm seeing, there's children dying with their parents, there's whole parents. Like it is something like y'all. Yeah, man.
Yeah,
There's a lot of ways they could come back with this show and pivot. Absolutely.
here's the one thing that Tanya put in the chat. I was trying to get back to it. But she said that it's because the conflicts never ended on Love and Marriage Huntsville is the reason why there was no resolution. What do you say to that, ButterFlii?
Right. Because Basement Bully and her flying monkeys, this is why Basement Bully has not been able to heal. They like to wallow in the trauma. They like to wallow in it. They like to live in it. They like to use it as a clutch for a lot of bullshit. It's the environment of the viewership that was speaking up. You see what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
before I started my channel, you'd be hard pressed to find somebody that didn't just see it only Melanie's way.
There was no
Right.
one.
You're right. You're right. I agree with that 100%.
It was the environment also of the viewership. I personally believe, and now I might be giving myself too much credit, but I personally believe just coming out here and just trying to make it balanced has encouraged us, has put newfound courage into the Scots. Like Leticia's coming. I don't know if y'all don't see it. Y'all acting like y'all don't see it, but Leticia's coming.
Oh yeah,
You
she's definitely
understand?
coming.
She's
She's
coming.
coming.
Oh, I see it because she did the work. Remember, she said she went to therapy, she got help, she got stronger, she went to school. She did the things that we didn't see behind the scenes to be strong enough to stay here. That's what I.
Mhm.
That's what they're missing.
Right.
And if they continue to allow Melanie and her slow meters to control the narrative, once again, this is, and it's crazy that Marceau came out and said that because Buttercup, if y'all don't remember, last week I told y'all I'm going to hold the producers accountable. Remember, I just said that last week before Marceau even came out. I was telling y'all because I was getting tired of people putting all the blame on Carlos King. Remember?
Right. Right.
Hey, Deshaunda. Hey, Jug. Salutations, Buttercup. Salutations. So I believe the producers are where it lies at. And you heard, I mean, that's why I'm so happy that Marceau and Leticia did that live and gave us a little bit more insight because Marceau is telling you right now, if we show up on the scene and we look like we're not entertaining the BS because we've already made it known, we're not entertaining no BS that y'all bringing from social media.
That's it.
Period.
He said even if it means missing out of 3 or 4 scenes, we'll just take
That's
the
it.
hit. And
But
I
see,
don't
they
blame him for
won't,
that.
like you
Make a
said, if they
stand.
get ahead of it and start filming with Melanie, that will put a coattail in a lot of that.
Heck yeah. Heck yeah. If they refuse to film with Mel, that would either force her to treat them right or not have any kind of uh filming done at all, only with her mother and whoever else she can get to go on. Was her friend last year that um what was her name that went on the trip
Oh,
with them?
Bumquisha done, girl. Bumquisha done, okay? Bumquisha, aka Shanita Foster, is done because not too soon after she was out here windmilling for her homegirl, she ended up with egg on her face because when she was
Right.
down here telling Stormy that she needed to get a grip on, they turned around and did to her.
Exactly.
So
Exactly.
I think Monquisha said she's done.
Hmm.
She don't like being called a man. You know, she feel she deals with mental health issues. Like everything that Stormy was trying to relay down there to that table, and Bumquisha kept trying to make excuses for, turned around, ended up happening to her. And it's
Happened to
funny
her.
how she was also had the same sentiments as Stormy had. So
Right.
Bonquisha's done. That's why she went and apologized to Carlos King too.
Oh no.
Keep that. Remember, she went and apologized to Carlos King.
Right. Right. You know the crazy part is again if they I'm not saying snuff her out because that's actually what they did to Mariah on Married to Medicine. They just stopped filming with her. She was never fired or any of that. They just stopped filming with her. Nobody would
Yep.
film with her.
They banned together like
And
they was just trying to do the
mhm,
quad. Yep.
exactly. So they tried to do the exact same thing to Quad. And I was thinking to myself, if the Scots and the rest of the crew, because if you think about it, Mel has gone through making enemies with everybody, including
Mhm.
Nail. And well, I ain't gonna
Yep.
say she's with Nail because I think her and Nail have tried to get to a good place. But Mel has a tendency to listen to her team, her fan base rather,
She do.
and they tell her who she can be friends with and who she can't
All
be
that
friends with.
craziness, girl. All that craziness. And she admitted to it. The crazy thing is she admitted to it, okay?
You can't be
Yeah,
friends with
I got y'all DMs. I got y'all DMs. Yep, I see it. I saw it. Girl, I was like, girl, do you know how crazy you
Are you
sound,
right? You
baby?
loco. Yeah, she
Mm,
can, who they tell her who she can be friends with, who she shouldn't be friends
baby,
with, who what she needs to say, what she shouldn't say, how she needs to treat Martell, how
how
she
she
needs to
what she needs to be upset about, what she don't need to be upset about, girl. It's bananas.
they determine how sneaky someone is, who's a traitor. I mean, just the craziness. This hate that they have for Destiny, I don't. It's like it's so wild. I'll never be able. When I say I'll never be able to understand it, I will never be able to understand it. After last night, because you didn't go live and neither did the opinion nation. She didn't go live either. So I was out snooping. I was bored, so I was out
Right.
snoop.
Flying around
I was
being
out.
newsy.
I was being
Mm-hmm.
nosy in these streets, and stumbled upon a group talking about Mental Mondays and how that they were calling Destiny a liar based on the very fact that she said that Martell protected her against LB. LeBarrett. So I thought to myself again, I listened to it for a while, but I can only like stand so much of stupidity that doesn't make sense. I'm kind of like Martell, like stupid conversation. It
Marceau.
just
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm sorry, Marcel. It just
Mhm.
don't work with me. Like this, I just can't. Things have to make sense in my mind. If it don't make sense, I pretty much shut down and stop listening to you. I'll let you keep talking, but I'm zoned out. I'm
But
thinking
see,
about
that's
something else.
see, you know what, and what you should have told yourself while you sat over there and listened to that, right?
Hmm.
Is these are women to proclaim to hate this girl. Why every Monday, no sooner than her and Coach Dion hit the end the live button, they have several lives talking about her mental Mondays. Why are y'all down there watching this girl's just to pick it apart and say what she like? You don't know. Baby, when I tell y'all buttercups, and I've asked y'all on many occasions, just take my word for it, because I do have the receipt. This is a woman who made domestic violence sweaters, okay? Look how long that lasted, and look how they don't even talk about it no more. You ain't heard that woman say nothing else about domestic violence after she tried to paint this narrative if that's what she was in, because that's what the slow meters was running around out here saying, right?
Right,
Then she gonna
right.
make them a t-shirt, and you ain't never heard nothing else about it. Do you know how much egg y'all would have on y'all face if
Hmm.
y'all really understood
Hmm. I
what
agree.
Melanie's doing is really conniving and evil? Because Destiny really is in the situation, Buttercups. Oh man.
Let me tell you something. Her ex-husband has gone through so many hoops to make sure that she never speaks on him, never speaks on the situation. That alone should tell you something ain't right. That alone should say, hey, your antenna should go up and say, ding, 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 ding. Now this ain't making sense. If he didn't do anything to her, why can't she talk on him? And if he was so um trusting and loving in their marriage, why is it this? Why is this an issue? And I don't know. LeBarrett, I said something from the jump. If we're gonna persecute Martell for what he did to Mel, then we're gonna have to put LeBarrett in that same box. And when I posted that on her page, Destiny said, "What you said, Lady Rowe. What you said."
Right. I thought I brought Seaver up.
Oh, there she goes.
Yes, I'm sorry. No, you
Costco
fine.
just Costco just delivered my food. I'm trying to think of ways to divest from Amazon. Um, right now, ladies, gentlemen, whoever is in the chat, we need to start thinking about divestiture from companies that support this man who still wears a diaper. That's about to become our president. We need to really concentrate on keeping our confidence levels up, because the supremacists are going to be attacking us individually and collectively, we need to stay on our grind. We need to keep our head on a swivel because some of the colonizers have convinced people that look like us to betray us. We need to just stay focused. What I really wanted to say was before my delivery came, Costco did not support the orange man, and they are still keeping their diversity and equity initiatives in place. So Costco is keeping their diversity and equity initiatives in place. They are employing us. So we have to support those who support us. And we have to remember on the day that Martin Luther King was born, what he stood for. What I'm going to do is go back to the subject is I want to tell y'all all this stuff that we have been emotionally connecting with this cast. We're going to laugh about. We're going to laugh about because technically this has been a saga about Carlos King. We don't know if he was fired or if he left Bravo willingly. And here's my take on it. Nobody leaves Bravo willingly with all that money from Peacock. Nobody leaves all that money from NBC and just goes for a damn walk. This was his FU to Peacock and Bravo having a successful show with millions, hundreds of millions of people on the Nielsen ratings. This was his, y'all should have kept me and you see how good I am. And his gemstone or his top tier was Love and Marriage Huntsville. And what is funny is that his vision almost got taken down by a couple that were fighting each other to the point of destroying his entire show. And the turning point, this is the gag. The turning point was this man is gay. And his beloved Elaine Heavenly was attacked. Before that, he had never said a word about social media. He didn't admit anything. He never talked about a millimeter. He never said anything about bloggers or YouTube or nothing. The only time he came out and did a statement on camera was when they attacked his beloved Heavenly, and he lost his everlasting mind. The next thing you know, he's changing his strategy. He's pivoting. He's doing a re-evaluation. And then they started mentioning the different factions of YouTube on the show. That is breaking the fourth wall. It is the first time that a show had to address the people in the room. In other words, the call is coming from inside the house. He had to address that on the show. And the producers had to address their messiness. Anytime you have a producer giving up their good paying job to go chase a person as a cast member to get their man, it's a lot. He had a whole lot of mess to clean up. He had a whole lot to keep and save his legacy. He was out here looking like a failure in the streets himself. If this had failed, that would have meant that Bravo was right about him. And he had to come back. Notice he's bringing back Heavenly to his YouTube podcast. And he's bringing back Wanda.
YouTube. Hold on, that's not the YouTube. That's the tour. His Reality with the King tour.
That's on OWN. That's on OWN, but he's also bringing Heavenly back.
No, he's bringing Heavenly on a tour, sweetie. Listen to what I'm saying. Remember last year when he launched his tour, when he went to city live. He's bringing her back live. Like
yeah, but his show, what is that? What's the name of it? You said
that's the name of the tour. Also, Reality with the King.
Yeah, but it's also on OWN. It's on OWN Friday nights after Bell Collective.
But she's not coming on that show, is what I'm trying to tell you, Seabra.
Okay, but I believe, if I'm not mistaken, you can check ButterFlii. He's also starting back with her on YouTube.
I don't know, because I don't know if she's not going to
Yeah, I
talk
don't think
about
she's coming
Melanie
back to
because that's
YouTube.
the. Yeah, I don't think she's coming back to his YouTube.
Mm-mm.
I mean, it's
Well,
the
we could take
tour.
bets on that. I say
Okay.
right now in this chat, he's bringing her back. And he brought back Wanda. What does that tell you? He's trying to pull back from the brink of extinction. All his shows were heading over a cliff real fast. And he started trying to change things with Love and Marriage Huntsville. And that is why I think this is a freaking laugh. It is a laugh. Excuse me, y'all. I got to put my food away.
Okay. Well, I already told y'all how I feel. First of all, I keep telling y'all, cause he did ignore it until he couldn't ignore it no more. The cast
Right.
have been complaining about the flying monkeys and all the nonsense they was doing. And he didn't see it because he also, I keep telling y'all, he bought into the stimulus package too. That Basement Bully sold him, Melanie. He bought into that. And for a point there, he really believed that the slow meters were the driving force behind the show, the viewership of the show. He really believed that because there was no channels out here like me to tell him no. Also, he was not aware of a lot of the things that she came out here and did on social media. So I think the tip of the iceberg, I think to get the party started was the Heavenly situation. But what I think really tipped it over for him is when he heard the audio of all the things that Melanie said out her own mouth. Because you heard Carlos even let y'all know the same thing that she admitted that she did to Dr. Heavenly is when they would talk on the phone, the same energy that she would have on the internet is not what she would have on the phone with him. So
Butterfly,
he was
butterfly.
operating off of how he felt like, just like Martell, they all think they know her personally while not paying attention to the shit that she come out here and do on social media. That's really
Right.
her.
Butterfly.
Carlos King got caught up in that too. Mhm.
Edmonia needs your attention. She has been working, trying to get it real hard in the chat. Miss Williams is back.
Oh, well, since you feel sorry for me, does that mean you're going to pray for me? Maybe if you pray for me, Miss Williams, I will see things your way.
Or maybe not.
You already know I'm not, girl. Please. I'm giving her attention. Miss Williams,
Bless her heart.
bless your heart, sweetie. Now you pray for me, okay? I'm glad that you feel sorry for me. Now, does that mean I'm gonna get your prayers, Miss Williams? Because you obviously like being over here, Miss Williams. You know, God darn well, you're not going to hear too many nice things. Well, I'm not even gonna say that. I'm gonna call Melanie out on her BS. And I don't think you like that. Now, do I have to call her basement bully and reference her as basement bully and a cult leader? Well, if it talks like a duck and it quacks like a duck, then 9 times out of 10, it's a duck, Miss Williams.
Quack,
They
quack.
have moved like a cult. They have acted like a cult, and they still somewhat move like a cult, even though I think the strings have been officially cut because she no longer wants to be attached to her cult that she built because it is messing up her business behind the scenes. All right, Miss Williams, do better. Pray for me, and then you tell Melanie and her flying monkeys to do better. Okay, that's how we can work that out. I know, I know, I know. I'm just, you know what I'm saying? She said she feels sorry for me. Now, so what's your plan of action after you feel sorry for me? That's basically what I meant. That's why I was like, are you gonna pray for me? It's a damn duck. Okay, we ain't heard you too.
I just wonder how they venture over here to correct this group of people, right? But they never go over and tell Queen Desperate, hey, you should be talking about Destiny and Tisha and Marceau and Maurice and Kimmy like that. You should be kind to them. Why they don't do that over there?
Because they get cussed out and kicked out and blocked. See, over here, they're allowed to have their opinion But I don't do all that. Kid, you gotta go. Get out of here, you dumb fuck. You don't think like me. And I entertain they bullshit. So they can't do what, you know what I'm saying? They can't go over there and do what they able to do over here, okay?
Right,
So
right,
y'all make sure
right.
y'all hit that subscribe button, okay? Because y'all know I'm the original butterfly. And y'all know Butterfly's Corner is where it's at, okay?
I watched the show. You are just talking about Mel. You don't talk about the other castmates and Martell. Girl, you ain't been listening to the show. We talk about everybody.
So who do you watch? And is this your first time watching me? Because we done talked about everybody this morning. We Miss Williams. Are you glad that MsWandaJBlidge is coming back, Miss Williams? Because really though,
Woo!
that's what we was talking about. Miss Williams, do you buy your shoes in a box? Inquiring minds would love to know. I'm asking for the buttercups. Speaking of the buttercups, I wanted to show y'all that y'all was famous. So I got to figure out how I'm going to be able to do this real quick. So give me a second. Queen Script. I mean, wait, no, it's Lady Row up here. Lady Row. I'm sorry,
Yes,
sweetie.
ma'am.
Would you mind being my wingman real quick? Well, I'll be right back to go get this receipt so we
Sure,
can
let's
talk about this receipt. Okay.
sure
Thank
let's
you.
chit chat. All right, what we talking about in the chat that we can talk about? Okay, call it. I'm a duck. Logical speaks. We're all a duck. Quack quack. We're all ducks. Yeah, but we talk about everybody over here. There's nobody that's as my mama say, no stone left unturned. We talk about every single person on this cast. Um, we do point out the obvious though. If you're going to be obviously being abrasive to everybody, then we're going to obviously point it out. But I really think ButterFlii is pretty fair. She makes it very known that doesn't care for Mel. Does she hate her? No. Do any of us hate her? No. We just see her for what she is. Oh yeah, Wanda loves to get in Marcel's behind. I kind of appreciate it though, because he's not always right, but you could tell Marcel, he's a chauvinist, male chauvinist, 100%. Oh, this isn't our first time coming in here. Hmm. Okay, okay. Well, let's talk about something else. What else we talking about? Did anybody have any great takeaways from Mental Health Monday that that you want to share? I noticed that every Monday seems like the last few weeks. Um, Mental Health Mondays has really been breaking down um, some of the hard exteriors that I think Destiny deals with. This week, I think every week we get a couple of tears, or we get emotional and have to cut the screen off or move on. But this week, I think until Destiny's really able to voice what she's gone through with her ex-husband, I think she's gonna always be emotional in that point. 'Cause just imagine there being a narrative put out and you can't debunk the narrative. You have to go along with what people say. That eventually will break you down. Steady water on a rock will eventually break that rock down. So, how many people still in here? 81 people? I don't think there's 81 people in here. Yeah. Um, yeah, I agree with that, Saber. I believe that her journey is probably more than we ever could imagine. Um, and I'm just going by based on what
Buttercups, I'm
Coach Deanna said.
went
Go
to
ahead.
go receipt for something else. Shout out to the Buttercup that sent me the receipt that we was talking about because I guess everybody's talking about it now, even though I talked about it last week. But we'll touch on it this morning. But let me grab that receipt. And then I just wanted to I hit on it when I came live first thing this morning. As far as why I be telling y'all I be feeling a certain way about certain people that like to play that innocent role, but I be seeing past their BS. Cause I want you to peep this nonsense, right? Oh, come on. Hold on, Buttercups. Wait, I thought. Hold on. Is there a way I can do this? Albums. Yep. All right. No. Okay, I might have to go back and get that because it's making it seem like I didn't grab it. Hold on.
Khadijah, he actually does. He does act like a bitter baby mama. You are so right about that. Oh my God. And you know the crazy part, you fighting her over her son, and you went and got the child tested because you didn't believe he was yours. I mean, I just cannot even imagine having to deal with someone like him.
We're trying to do, you guys, is amp up our UGC.
Mm-hmm. Hold on, I'm coming, Buttercups. I got 2 receipts. I'm trying to get y'all, okay? I can't see the chat right now. Is any questions being asked?
We're just talking about LB and how he's treated Destiny and what we don't know.
Really horrible. Really horrible. A lot of you should be ashamed of yourself. If y'all really knew, and like said, the first red flag should have been how he's been trying to silence her. And
Right.
y'all want to
That's
talk about
definitely
Martell
that.
dragging Melanie to court. Martell has not dragged Melanie to court as many times as LeBaric. Matter of fact, Basement Bully even made fun of that. Talk about some pay LeBaric his money. Is the amount of times that LeBaric has dragged Destiny back and forth to court, but that's okay, right? Right.
Mel ought to be shaming herself. That very thing, she ought to be shaming herself.
Very insane. Hold on, Buttercup. Hold on, please, script. I'll be right back. I don't think the other receipt downloaded. Let me go see where it's at.
Yeah, I agree with that, Khadijah. If Martell was scared and took her to the pow range, yeah, I believe that yeah, someone's up with that. I think there's I after hearing that, it made me scared for her. Really does. I don't know what type of gentleman or what we of course we don't know details. We may
Mm-hmm.
never be privy to details, but there was some horrible stuff going on. Very much
Yep,
so.
there was, and it's sad that when these are like that's why when these heifers be talking about some woman empowerment, you gotta laugh at them because it's like you're the same woman celebrating a woman being mentally, emotionally, financially abused. Like, come on, man. I just.
Right.
Mm-mm. Oh, but I don't know why this other receipt ain't popping up. But somebody gave me the receipt that I was telling y'all about Basement Bully talking about some free last week. That's the other receipt I was trying to show y'all. But this is the other receipt I wanted y'all to hear. That's why I came in this morning talking shit about bitches that be faking the phone. Cause peep this. Now I was floating around being newsy, and I went to go be nosy, and I heard this like, oh, okay. So, this person is much like the person that she caped for. They try to do that throw the rock and hide your hand type of bullshit. And this is why I drag her every now and then and will continue to do so. Because peep this. Peep this, Buttercups. Shout out to my Buttercups. Peep this.
What's up, Buttercups? Come on in. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hey, everybody.
If there was something I wanted to, okay, well, what I was trying to get y'all to hear is that whack ass bitch talk about, come on in, buttercups. But anyway, that's why I keep dragging her, because I told y'all she's another one. She do that same shit that show style spirit be doing with that bullshit. Try to act like they above mess.
Who was that?
That Diane Rose chick.
Trash.
Trash. And that's why I always drag her. But she, come on in. Hey, buttercups. I'm like, I see you, bitch. Been seeing you. That's why I drag you too every now and then. Right. You know, that's exactly what that DNA test was for. Because at the end of the day, gag order, court documents sealed, but then for your bankruptcy, you want that counted. You want the divorce included in her bankruptcy. That part. And Basement Bully is definitely encouraging. In fact, she is helping. Okay. Allegedly. Rumor has it, word on the curve is, but I got the receipt. But anywho, allegedly, rumor has it, word on the curve is. Yeah. You heard it, Lady B? Okay, you heard that. You heard her say that. Yeah. Okay, Buttercup. That's why people I be floating around being newsy, y'all. Y'all don't never know what I'ma see. Yeah, absolutely. That's what that dragging her back and forth to court is about. Court fees, lawyer fees, and now so-called she got all these sanctions. Baby. And you heard Sunburn come out here. Oh, LeBarrett just friend requested me. LeBarrett just started following me. And y'all didn't see nothing wrong with that. Yep, come on, buttercups. Yep. Come on in, buttercups. I'm like, really, Heifer? Then when you go listen to a recent video, she ain't say nothing about buttercups. So I guess that was her being funny. Cause she be over here in the bushes too, obviously lurking. You know, I be dragging her ass. But that was probably, I don't know if she did that video the same week that I was talking about how she and see that, look at that, Buttercups. I was being nice. I was giving her credit for being the one to drop the tea about Carlos King no longer following Basement Bully or Basement Bully. No, you see how they try to flip it, right? Oh, Basement Bully stopped following Carlos King. Oh, did she block him? Like, but I gave that for her credit, right? But that was her trying to be funny. Mm-hmm.
Marcella said she went down to the prayer room Zoom. And ain't
Oh,
nobody leaving.
was
Loving
like,
here, Huntsville.
we've been on here
Yeah.
3 hours, Buttercups. We about to get up out of here. I love you
Okay.
guys. Thank you so much for being here, Buttercups. And shout out to all of my Buttercups, Bush Babies, Replay Buttercups. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all glowing and growing. I'm not going to read the email out loud, but Buttercups, I did get some correspondence onto why I lost so many followers. And I actually just discovered that just now when I was going back to get the other receipt. So I'm going to read that. Shout out to the Buttercup that sent me that. Well, it's fine. I understand. That's your choice. And I'm going to respect that. But you're always going to be a Buttercup. All right. And thank you. And I hope you have a prosperous 2025. And I hope you and your people that unfollowed me continue to grow and glow all 2025. Baby, I couldn't even begin to read it. When I tell you it is long, it is long. Okay. But I am going to go read it. Eventually I'm going to read it. And but thank you for telling me. Okay. So I wasn't tripping. Okay. But because I wasn't tripping, but they explained why they unsubscribed and they felt like there's some things that I've said on my platform that have been contradictory as far as far as me saying that everybody can have their own opinion over here. So I guess it's an issue of they was expressing their opinion and they felt I'll give you this much because that's just the little bit I read already. But they felt like their opinion was stifled and they were shut down by my mods. But shout out to my beautiful mods. If they're in blue, they're for us. Thank you, Buttercups. And like I say, you will always be a Buttercup to me. And I wish you the best also. And thank you so much for corresponding with me and reaching out to me. All right, Buttercups. Remember the what? Smile, and the world smiles with you. All right, Buttercups. It's the most simplest, kindest gesture that you can offer anybody, Buttercups. All right, and it's a universal language. All right, it don't matter what country you come from. It don't matter what language you speak. All right, everybody understands the smile. All right, Buttercups. You never know how your smile might brighten up the next person's day. Remember that. All right, Buttercups, and y'all. Baby, Buttercups. Before we get up out of here, we got to give it a 1-1-1-2 for our beautiful WandaJBlidge. She is coming back, Buttercups. And I know that news won't trend until they see her on the screen. But just remember, y'all heard it here first. Okay, Buttercups? When y'all do see WandaJBlidge back next season, make sure y'all make it clear where y'all heard it first. Okay? And I will be coming to do I Told You So live when it occurs. All right? I love you, Buttercups. Love, light, and butterflies. And do not forget to hit that like button, that free 99 like button, and hashtag we claim it all 2025. Y'all heard me. Shout out to Leticia. That post that she did yesterday was excellent. That's why I hijacked it and used it for my damn post. Okay. The way they're going to have to go through God to get through me this year, baby. And mean it. Okay. Hashtag we claim it. Hashtag glowing and growing all 2025. You understand, Buttercups? We are glowing and growing. Okay. Today is Wednesday. I believe. Yep. All right. I don't know. I'm not even going to say it unless I know for sure I'm going to come back and do it. All right, Buttercups. I love y'all. Love, light, and butterflies. Mwah. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. If you're not subscribed, make sure you hit that like button. Please leave your comments down below, Buttercups. We love when you interact in the comment section. Y'all can let me know, engage, Buttercups. What y'all think about the topics that we talked about today on Replay, Buttercups? Y'all know I love when y'all engage in the comment section. So shout out to the Replay, Buttercups. Shout out to my Bush Baby Buttercups. And shout out to my chat, Buttercups, okay? Mwah. Love, light, and butterflies. Oh, she did? Oh, I didn't even see it. I just seen it when Leticia posted the other day. I said, now, that's what I'm talking about right there, Leticia. I'm going to have to steal that from you real quick. Thank you, number one, Buttercup. We claim it, and we glowing and growing all 2025. All right, Buttercups? Mwah. Thank you, Khadijah. Love, light, and butterflies. Do not forget to hit that like button, Buttercups. Hit that like button, okay? It's free 99.